The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
That's been following the case very closely. Jimmy Williams is with us. Jimmy, great to see you tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. Let me ask you, you've been in the middle of this. I'm trying to put it all together. Are you from the area?
Hey everybody, it's Mike for Profiling Evil, and I'm here with Dolly Vision at CrimeCon 2024.
YouTube, it's Dolly back in the house again, and you already know what to do. Leave your DNA on that like button just in case somebody got that sniper point at you and Dolly got the counter snipe for you. I'm going to need your DNA on file. Also, don't forget, if you're brand new here, sub up the channel, ring the bell for notifications so you can know when this ugly face right here goes live. Okay, so look, the word on the YouTube streets, the bosses, I guess they don't like a lot of what's going on right now in this Trump thing, and a lot of people are getting strikes on their channel. Now, we can't afford no strikes, so my video today was a little graphic in nature. It showed the young man that, you know, tried to shoot the president, former president, not with us anymore. Okay. So I didn't know that was in the clip that I showed. So I took that video down before the boss man came and smacked my hand for being bad. Okay. So no, I didn't get a strike on the channel or anything. I could have probably edited that part out, but I just went ahead for safety reasons and took that whole video down. Now, in public, you can say whatever you want, but YouTube is not the public. This is a partnership with the YouTube people. So we can't just say anything. There's a lot, and there's reasons for that too, because we heard a lot of callers today quoting things from like 4chan as it was real, right? And now we know all that stuff is not real, and people can make up stuff, and then it starts to spread around the internet like fact. And I'm sure the boss, they don't want a bunch of wild, crazy conspiracies flooding the YouTube streets. And people, you know, when they hear something, sometimes they truly believe it. Like when I heard the stuff from 4chan, I was like, nah, that's some old made up shit, right? Because one, a sniper is not going to do what they do working for the government and then go jump on some chat blog and tell about it. Okay. So they're right there, you know, you call bull crap on it, but a lot of misinformation does get out on the internet like that about what's going on. So we're going to stick to the basic facts of what we do know. People did see this young man on the roof of that building minutes before shots rang out at the Trump rally in Pennsylvania. And, you know, Pennsylvania is such a beautiful place, nice country, and pretty much in the middle of nowhere. You don't expect that type of violence, but hey, when people are crazy or have mental health issues, which I truly believe Thomas Matthew Crooks does have some mental issues. One, you can say he's perfectly fine, but if he was, why would he be on a roof with a rifle trying to take the life? We don't want to say the big A word, okay? No, we got to talk in code. It kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? But chat, that's the same thing for you. You guys talking code. We're all adult. We understand it. Let's keep it real, basic, and in everything. And let me give my warnings that I always give. Dolly Vision's for entertainment purposes only. Don't take what is my damn, I done forgot it already. It's for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories, mixed with a little bit of comedy. So don't take anything you hear here as fact. Do your own research. Also, this is the important part. The callers, their opinions are theirs alone, not to reflect on the Dolly Vision. Also, callers, please be respectful tonight because we're dealing with a real touchy subject here on YouTube, and we don't want to piss off the higher powers. Okay? Thank you. When you leave here, you can say whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want. Also, people are innocent and proven guilty in a court of law. And don't try to be Dolly at home. It's dangerous. Your head could explode all over the walls. And then somebody got to come in and they got to clean all that shit up. And we can avoid it. Okay, we can avoid it. Young man, Thomas Matthew Crooks. We've heard people come up and talk about him, said that he was kind of bullied and picked on in school. He was a little bit of an outcast. Now, we know what bullying leads to in this world. You start bullying people, you get these tragic events that happen in the history of this world. Some of the worst ones, Columbine and stuff like that, stuff that leads people to being bullied to go do something horrific. And believe it or not, what this young man did is horrific. You know, one person already unalived, two people in critical condition, you know, and for what? Because they went out on a nice day to go support somebody that they believed in, and now they're just innocent victims. And nobody thinks something like this could happen. Um, Usually when I go places, I don't think about things like that. And we've been seeing a lot more of these people opening fire in crowds of people. We had the Vegas stuff. We had it's just the stuff that goes on in where we teach our kids. I ain't even gonna say the word because YouTube be triggered about everything these days, especially when there's sensitive stuff going on like this. And we got to remember it's really sensitive because one person has lost their life. Trump is hurt. I mean, he's grazed. Ear wound. Don't let me graze you in the ear. I'm sure it's pretty damn painful. And we still got 2 people battling for their life in the hospital. Okay, from my understanding, allegedly one of them's already had a couple surgeries and is stable. And I don't have any information on the other one. So we're going to jump into this little video real fast, so it gives us a little more outlook on who Thomas Matthews Crooks is, some of the locations. We just jump into it. And of course, I'm going to open the phone lines up because I want to hear from you guys. We live in a violent world, okay, where when people don't like what you say, they will try to unalive you. Now, I know in this, I don't know if there's the conspiracy in it that, YouTube's worried about, people spreading. I think that's why everybody's tense on this one. Because, that man was seen minutes before the shots rang out. And an officer did go up the ladder, did confront him, and he pulled the gun on the officer and he fled back down the ladder. So a lot of these things we're hearing about, the kid bringing a ladder and, dragging it across the field and the cops confronting him. And according to the news source, that when he fled down the ladder, that is when the young man, Thomas Matthew Crooks, started firing shots at the former president, Donald J. Trump. So, prayers for the people that are hurt. Prayers for the gentleman that lost his life and his family and his loved ones. And we, hopefully Trump will make a full recovery with his ear. It ain't the most major thing. But just remember, 2 inches over, if he hadn't have turned his head to look to the crowd this way, he would have been shot in the head. We would all be sitting here, like I said, playing sad music for Trump, because you got to remember Trump's a father. He has a family just like he's human. People see these people on TV and people you've never met, and people does not see these people as human. The news paints everybody out to be a monster, I guess, depending on which side of the fence you're on and what news you're watching. I don't usually talk politics because politics divides people. I like to bring people together. We're all family. If we disagree on something, we disagree. We don't have to fight about it. We don't have to argue about it. Usually when we disagree on something, that's great because this is more of a discussion channel. We discuss things. We talk about true crime, but we also do a lot of discussing it. So when we disagree on things, that's great here because it gives us something to discuss. We don't got to hate each other. We ain't got to be mad. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, alien, damn, I don't care. We're all family here on Dolly Vision, if not nowhere else on the planet, okay? It don't matter who you are, what walk of life you are, what color you are. None of that shit matters here, all right? What matters here is you hit the damn like button. I don't care you white, black, blue, purple, green. If you damn vote for damn Elon Musk, okay? I don't care. We true crime. That's the only thing we don't care about. You know what we care about? Where's the baby? Is what we care about here, okay? That's usually what it is. Usually politics and stuff like this don't creep in over here. But since this is a true crime channel, and this dude did commit a heinous crime, and he paid the ultimate price. But you got to know when you do these things that you're going to pay that price. You go out there and try to hurt somebody, You know, I've always said I'm for capital punishment, eye for an eye. You do something like this is what should happen to you. Um, I wish the young man would have made better decisions with his life. And I said in my earlier video this too. He's too young to be that angry. He don't even understand life yet. He's mad about some political stuff, and a lot of this stuff is propaganda, depending on which side you watch. This is one of the reasons I don't get into politics. You know, I believe, I said it earlier, it's like a goat with two horns. You're both pulling on it, but it's the same goat. Biden, Trump, everybody in politics are friends. They go at each other because that's what they're supposed to do. It's just who's going to boss of the system. We're all peasants out here. We're all just getting crumbs. If you ain't part of the world elite, you really ain't shit. Okay, you on a dolly train like me. Just live your best life. Stop worrying about everything, right? Because stress and worrying will absolutely kill you. Ride the damn ride, right? Throw your hands up. Let's ride this. We're lucky to be here. Okay. We just lucky to damn be here at this point. And when I see all this division and people fighting and arguing about stupid, I mean, it's okay to disagree, but to fight and to stress out all that, I'm too mellow. I'm too in a zen these days. You know, as you get older, you realize, hey, I ain't got too much longer on this damn roller coaster. I hope it keeps going, right? So there's no room for all that pissed offness and hate the world. And if this, you know, like, people believe so much stuff that they see on the internet. Okay. The internet turns everybody into the devil. It depends who you're watching and what you're listening to. And is this box here, you know, the media and entertainment, is that brainwashing people? Or is our world just really that damn violent, right? So look, real quick, I want y'all to do me a favor. And that, no cheating either. Absolutely no cheating. I want you to like the video. It's right here somewhere. There's a little damn thumbs up button. You can hit it. It's free. Okay, it's absolutely free. And it helps keep my damn lights on. Like the video. And then I want you to shout out where you're watching from. Your city, your town, your hood. Okay, you can even shout out your grandma if you want. But like the video first, okay? And then shout it out. I want to see where you beautiful people are at today. And then we're going to go over a little bit of this video. Good morning from Kentucky. I see Orlando, Oregon, Florida, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Ohio, OH, Tennessee. Only 329 likes. Oh my God, Pennsylvania. Okay, you guys better be hitting it now. Texas, Louisiana, Pennsylvania. We got some DC, Georgia, North Dakota, Michigan. The UK's with us. Alabama's in the house. New York, Nashville. We got to have Nashville. Keep your shoes on, though. You can take your shoes off in Nashville, your ass will go missing. Liverpool, England's with us. Right? Kansas. You ain't in Kansas no more, Toto. All right. South Carolina's with us. We got all the Carolinas. We got California, more California, a lot of North Carolina, Minnesota, West Virginia. I ain't your brother. All right. Or your sister. Waco, Texas. Branch Davidians. All right. In the house. Georgia. Good to see my family. Right. Probably family. East Tennessee. More Pennsylvania. Okay, well, y'all were there for this tragic event. Queens, New York. Okay, Queens is pretty nice these days. It ain't like it was back in the 90s. Michigan. New Mexico. More Tennessee. Watching from Wyoming. Okay. I don't even know what they got out there. Is that like where the deer and the antelope play? I have no clue. I've never been there. Don't plan on going. Okay. Dallas. Good to see Dallas in the house. Love your kindness and personality. Thank you guys. Thank you. And thank you for everybody that has been ordering my merchandise, keeping Dolly alive. That is a great way to support the channel. Oh, and I shot a new commercial for my soap. So I got, this is my little self plug right here. It's only 30 seconds long, so deal with it. Welcome to the wonderful world of Dolly's luxurious lather bars. Some of the best soap in the world, and it comes in some of your favorite scents. Why have ordinary when you can have extraordinary? It's like driving a brand new Lambo down the street instead of an 81 Buick. Made from all natural ingredients, no harsh chemicals, this soap will leave you as smooth as a pimp with a limp. Check it out now at buydollysoap.com, and also you can save 10% when you use the promo code Wash Your Flaps. Pimp with a damn limp. It'll have you that damn smooth. It'll almost have you as smooth as Dolly. Okay. Now I don't know if it'll get you quite as smooth as me because that's pretty damn smooth, but it's the first step. It's the first damn step. Also, listen, while supplies last, I got Dolly body spray right now. Okay. I know it's going to sell out quick, right? But I got it 2 men's. I got Armani, which I call Dolmani. And I got Cool Water and body spray for men. And I think in women, I got Love Spell, Pink Sugar, and Raspberry Lemonade. While supplies last, better get them fast because they're going to be like, gone. Okay, because I only made so many. I think I made 50, so that's it. After that, I'm going to make more, but it's going to be a little while. So right now, if you want some Dolly body spray, the best body spray in the world, check out my merch store. All right, let's share this video. Let me pop this bad baby on the screen, and let's jump into a little bit of this.
Blake Hansen. The FBI identified the shooter as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. That's about an hour's drive from Butler, Pennsylvania, where he opened fire, wounding Mr. Trump, killing a rally goer, and seriously wounding 2 others. The FBI has been combing social media feeds and examining weapons, but so far has not located any threatening writing or social media posts from Crooks. Tonight, officials confirm a local police officer confronted Crooks at his position on a rooftop near the rally. When Crooks pointed his rifle at the officer, he retreated down a ladder, and that is when Crooks opened fire on Trump. Fox's Madison Scarpino has the latest.
Take a look at what happened.
The FBI is investigating the shooting at Saturday's Trump rally as an assassination attempt. The former president appeared to be hit, but is okay. 3 men in the crowd were shot. 1 was killed.
We lost a fellow Pennsylvanian last night.
Well, you know, he was grazed. It skimmed his ear, you know, and the guy, you know, people had seen him up there on the roof, but I think it took a little bit of time for them to get the attention of the police and to get the police over there. So, you know, he was at least on that roof, from what we seen in a video, at least 3 minutes before the shots rang out. So it's almost like if the police, I don't know if there was a lack of communication, how they missed this, and how this young man was able to, you know, get there with a ladder and a rifle on his back and have all these people see him, and these shots still ring out. And I believe that's why this is where, you know, YouTube has a big conspiracy world. This is where a lot of these people are going to run wild with it. Okay. That, you know, he was able to do these things, and misinformation on the internet's already being massively spread in this whole thing. So we got to be real cautious of what we say, especially you guys in the chat today. Like I said, it's real sensitive, and YouTube's paying a lot of attention to it for some reason. And I understand that, you know.
Corey Comparator. Corey was an avid supporter of the former president and was so excited to be there last night with him in the community.
Take a look at what happened.
Authorities identifying the shooter as a 20-year-old man from Pennsylvania. He was positioned on a rooftop about 200 yards away from the stage where Trump was speaking.
Okay, let me back that up just a hair. All right, So he was a pretty good ways away, and he was angled, to the left of the stage. And like I said, if Trump hadn't turned his head, that one shot probably would have struck him right in his head. So it was like a big triangle that they had from, sniper to the stage where Trump was standing. And then the counter snipers were on top of these rooftops right here. I don't know if y'all can see my cursor. I think y'all can. I can see it on the screen. Right there in these two locations. So he shot this way from over here to Trump on the stage. And then, of course, they fired back and hit him. Now, what a lot of people are saying is this roof slants on the other side, and he was right on the slanted side of it. But people were clearly like pointing at him, saying, hey, there's a man on the roof. So they definitely seen him up there. Where the lack of communication was, as soon as they seen a man on a rooftop, the police did that wasn't law enforcement or Secret Service, they should have instantly got Trump off of that stage. So lack of security here. I don't know how big Trump's, Secret Service detail is now that he's not the president, but I think they need to ramp it up. And if you're going to do these rallies, I know it sucks. People don't want to stand behind glass, these bulletproof glass, but hey, we rather see people not get killed. And, so they should be behind, the damn Pope rides around in the Pope mobile with bulletproof glass. I mean, if there's a threat of somebody killing you and you came to me and said, Dolly, would you rather go out there and take a chance of getting shot, or do you want to stand behind this glass that is bulletproof and talk? And if I really thought people were out to get me, maybe Trump didn't believe that people would, take that chance. But hey, we know in this world we live in today, haters are real. People be hating you for nothing. They hate you for the littlest reasons, and people take some things to the complete extremes. I believe this young man had some mental health problems that he wasn't getting treated for, because to hate a person you ain't never met and believe everything that you see on the TV, there's that old saying, don't believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. I think that should be changed to don't believe nothing you hear and don't believe nothing that you see. Okay, we know there's magic. We know there's smoke and mirrors. We know that there's David Copperfield, David Blaine, Chris Angel. So really, can you believe anything in this world without experiencing it for yourself? I would say hell to the no, right? And I guess that's where wisdom comes from, is experience. And these young people don't have that. They don't have that life experience. So what the hell can you be 20 years old and mad at? When I was 20, I said this earlier. I'm kind of like a broken record. I was worried about smoking and chicks at 20 years old, like any normal 20-year-old dude should be into, right? I mean, even if you ain't into chicks and you a dude that's into dudes, you still wouldn't be like thinking about hurting people at 20 years old. There's no reason to be that mad. Shit, life just begun really when you're in your 20s, right? That should be the best point of your life. Now, we are going to hear that this kid was bullied, picked on, things like that. And does that lead him to wanting to go? I can tell you now, Trump never bullied this kid. Okay? I don't think Trump went to this dude's school and pushed him around or made him do anything, right? So even if he was bullied, does that give him the right to go hurt somebody else? To be the aggressor, right? No, it don't, and if you're going to be bullied, stand up to the person that's bullying you. Because usually, here's the thing. Usually when you stand up to people that bully you, that you only have to do it once. They either leave you alone because they're scared that, they don't want to get hit themselves, or they'll beat the shit out of you one solid good time. Okay. But I tell you this, it's better to take that one solid ass whipping once than to be bullied all the time. Because then the next time they come to you, they know they're going to have to kick your ass again. They don't want to put out all that effort. So I think it's usually when people stand up for yourself, right? Now when people are shooting, I'm running. Okay. All that standing up for yourself shit goes out the window when the first bullet flies. Okay. When the first bullet pops, I'm running, ducking, weaving, jumping, stepping on people. You getting trampled because Dolly's getting the hell out of Dodge. When I seen these shots pop off and nobody ran, everybody was all calm and like it was another day in the park. I knew right then these people were not from the hood. All right. That's like hood shit don't happen like that. We hear a pop. We don't care if it's a firecracker. We running, ducking, weaving behind a car. That shit don't fly in the hood. The latter part of the story is not confirmed. People that were there are saying he climbed on the fence. Okay. Well, the news reported that the cop fled down a ladder, but I don't know. Maybe the cop put the ladder up there. I don't know how the young man got up there, so we don't want to put out no misinformation. That's why I said do your own research. Hold on. Ollie.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I am doing pretty good. How about yourself? Who's this? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Indiana, and this is Diana.
Hey, Diana.
Am I live?
You are absolutely live. Is your heart beating?
Yeah.
Then you're alive.
No, I meant on your radio show.
Oh, yeah, you are 100%.
Okay, I just want to give you my opinion on what happened.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure what yours is, but this was fake.
Oh, Lord.
All that mess was fake. The shots was fake. Trump getting shot was fake. Trump trying to find his shoes was fake. You get shot, you don't act like that. The little people there that didn't.
What about if they were his best shoes?
I don't care what they were.
Oh.
They claim he's rich. He could have got some more.
Uh-huh.
They wouldn't even given him time to say those words. But they had pointed out the shooter. There was no security people there, special services or whatever, Secret Service.
What about
should have been covering their job. What? Go ahead.
What about the people that were unalived? You think
That's what I don't understand. How evil are these people? They were just casualties, or either it's a lie. Because you know what? You never saw the ambulance. You never saw the sheriffs. You never saw them put up a tent to investigate. You never saw any of that. Where was it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did they honestly, this is what I'm hoping not. Did they honestly kill people for Donald Trump?
No. I think you got something mixed up here. I think you got something mixed up. I think you got something
What do I have mixed up?
That they wasn't trying to kill people for Donald Trump. Somebody tried to hurt Donald Trump and hurt some other people.
No, that's a lie straight out of hell.
Oh,
no.
Okay. We can't spread misinformation. It is not a lie. It's publicly out there. It was live. Everybody watched somebody try to hurt Donald Trump and hurt two people. So, lady, we ain't gonna hold on, callers. Let me explain this to everybody. This is not Alex Jones. This is not InfoWars. Okay. This incident is not a fake incident. We're not doing conspiracy hour here. All right. Somebody has lost their life. We got to have that respect for the person that is no longer with us. There's two people right now battling for their lives. All right. They're in the hospital. They need our prayers right now. They don't need people out here saying they ain't hurt or they ain't real or this shit didn't happen. We all watched it happen in real live time. You know what I'm saying? It absolutely happened. And a young man with some mental health illness, right? I don't know what type. I ain't no doctor, but something got to be wrong with your head to do something like this. Did something horrifically stupid. Is all get up out of here. All right. Like, young people, stop being angry. Okay. This is coming from an old ass man. Stop being so aggressive, and the world is not as bad as you think it is. We're not divided like people make us out to be. You watch the news, you would think everybody hates each other. When I go to the store, right, people hold the door for me. It don't matter what color people are, everybody's nice to each other. I don't see a bunch of fucking people fighting like the news makes it out to be. I don't see that division in my world. The only time I see that is when it's time for election, right? Anytime there's a political race, you see this crazy weird divide. But any other day of the week, everybody's as nice as shit to each other, right? So that's one of the reasons I don't do politics, because they divide people, and I really enjoy bringing people together. But yeah, this is something real, and this person really tried to hurt somebody. So let's please be respectful on the calls, okay? Like, this is definitely not a fake situation. Like, you see what, the last person starts screaming, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. They done been knocked off the internet. They've been sued for like $1 billion. And like, listen, the world is crazier than some people can believe, right? That this young man right now, we don't know a motive of why he would do this, but it don't matter the motive. There's no good reason in this world to try to hurt another human being. Okay. Unless that human being is trying to hurt you, there is no reason to even be thinking like that, to be that mad. And like I said, that young, you don't even know the damn world yet. The boy won't even wet behind the ears. You know what I'm saying? He's still wet behind the ears. He don't know what the hell the world is about. But when you young like that, you think you know everything, and really you don't know nothing. All right, now I'm going to open the phone lines back up, but please, let's keep it respectful on, that was a little bit different. I wasn't expecting the first call. I'm coming over to bring you a present at lunch. Okay, awesome. So let's keep it respectful. And this is not a political thing on the left or the right. Like I said, I don't care who you vote for, what it is. This is about, what do you think about this young man? Why would he do something like this? How did this happen? How did lack of security let this transpire? Like, I think they could have hired DOLLY as security, and I would have did a better job, especially with the people seeing them at that point, the police, if he pulled a weapon on the police, if that is true, they should have had a shootout right there. Okay. What the whole timing of it is a little strange. And I just think that they need better security, and people think it's impossible to hurt somebody like this. But you see, now it's not. This was a kid that was able to do it, and it looks like he was by himself. Now they are searching his home, his computers, and see if, of course, they're going to make sure he's not tied to anybody else, and there's no other threat out there, or nobody put him up to this. Okay. There is a video that has surfaced of him to where he's saying that he hates Donald Trump. He hates all Republicans. So apparently he had a problem with their political party, and he was going to take this man's life. So to me, it is sad that this young man was so delusional that he tried to do something like this. But the police, Secret Service, they did what they had to do. They put this man down, and he's 20 years old, so he's definitely a man. But to me, he's still a kid, right? 20 years old, you're still a kid. You can't even buy a damn beer, all right? You like in this to plot this, and he had to plan it. All right, he had to plan it. He knew Trump was coming. He went there with a gun. And he went there with the intent to unalive the former president. So I don't feel sorry for him, what the Secret Service did to him. I wish he'd have got him some help, and then nobody would have been hurt in this situation. Okay, nobody would have got hurt. Let me open the phone lines back up. That was a bad start. Let's see if we can. Can we get a restart on that? Get a restart. Dolly. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
There was a statement made by, I'm not going to give the name, but they said it's about time we put a target on Trump.
Well, I'm sure there's, I don't think there should be a target on anybody. There's no reason in this world to hurt anybody.
Yeah, and I seen it on the news last night, and I was really shocked at the person who said it. And go ahead.
You say somebody on the news said it's time to put a target on Trump?
Yeah, the person was on the news. It was a political person. Let's put
okay.
it that way.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't follow none of that stuff.
And if I hadn't seen the person and heard it come out of his mouth, I would have never believed it.
How can you say something so horrible? Karma's real in this world. When you wish things on people or want people hurt, it's just going to come back to you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
But I don't listen to that one woman on the call. On the call, none of that was fake. How can they fake something like that?
Definitely not fake. We all watch it. There's people hurt. There's hundreds of witnesses to it, thousands of witnesses to it. So, but people, they'll some people believe anything, and that's why like I said, YouTube's being so funny about it, because quickly misinformation spread. That whole stuff that went on 4chan, that gets all over the internet, and people really believe some of this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, and Trump's going to be in Milwaukee today.
Oh, I don't know where he's going to be. He's stalking the man.
Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin, so I know.
Okay.
And already they shut down one of the main roads because of shooting. Somebody was shooting.
Oh, okay. I understand that.
I don't know why they were, or if they got him, but I know they shut down. I think it was I-49 or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, we can just pray that everything goes smooth now. And you're right. There's no need to put hate on anyone.
Mm-mm.
And I hope this wasn't an inside job.
No, I don't think it was an inside job. I think an inside job would have been done better, and they would have completed their mission. Thank God! Thank God it was a kid with a bad shot.
Yeah, and
so.
the guy, the one they showed in the store having a temper tantrum and everything.
Mm-hmm.
According to what I can figure out, it was him.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, that we watched earlier. Hey, look, I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good day.
You too. Peace. Yeah, a lot of misinformation gets spread. And what was I about to say? It was something. Oh my Lord. I just lost my whole train of thought there. But Trump's alive. I know what I was going to say. If they wanted Trump dead, let's say if it was Secret Service or all these conspiracy people, he would be gone. Okay. They would send somebody, look at Kennedy. When they want you, they'll get you. I don't think this is that. But I mean, I'm sure a lot of people on the internet will run with something like that. Okay. But when the powers to be don't want you to be there, you usually ain't there no more. They don't usually miss. Okay. That kid was close to Trump too. There's literally a picture of a bullet out there whizzing by Trump's head. Now, I live in America just like everybody else. America. I don't know if I want to run this country where I would have to duck bullets. I'd be like, okay, especially you rich and you ain't got nothing to worry about anyway. It ain't like you need the money. And then you got people shooting at you. Hell to the nah. Y'all can take that job, shove it up your ass. Okay. I'd rather just sit in my mansion and eat cheesy puffs, right? Like, I don't know why anybody wants to run the damn country. You can have that. for clarification, his birthday is August 23rd. My fault. So let's finish this video real quick, and then I'll come back to the phone lines.
You
can hear him say he's on the roof. He's on the roof.
An AR-style rifle was recovered at the scene. Police also found explosive devices inside the suspect's vehicle near the rally and bomb-making material at his home. Fox News spoke with someone who went to high school with the shooter, who claims he was on the school's rifle team.
Thank you, John.
Like a kid that was always alone. He was always bullied every day. He was just an outcast.
The president and vice president were briefed in the Situation Room this afternoon.
Well, why didn't you stand up for him? Right? Said he knew him. Like, if you know what that makes you? That makes you just as bad as the bully. If you can sit there and watch somebody be picked on and bullied and not say nothing, not do nothing, you just as bad as the bully. For Justice says, Lady for Justice says, God bless America 100%. Thank you. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. Thank you for all the new members. Welcome. Thank you all the guys that are dumping on the Dolly train. Make sure y'all hit this like as you come in on this video.
Biden expressing his condolences for the man who died and urging patience while the investigation plays out.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence or any violence for that matter. I urge everyone, please, don't make assumptions about his motives or his affiliations. Let the FBI do their job and their partner agencies do their job.
The Trump campaign says despite the apparent attempt on his life.
So basically, Joe's saying just because he hates Republicans, don't blame it on the Democrats. Okay? Don't worry about that. Worry about the people. And he's right. It ain't about that. It's about who this kid hurt, and he's a monster. If you're on that side and you're like happy about what this kid did, you need to seek a little bit of help. You got too much anger in your heart. Okay? Like, I wouldn't want to see nobody hurt Joe Biden, right? Never in a day. I wouldn't want to see anybody hurt Trump or who's the other lady, Kamala Harris, or anybody, you know? Anybody, nobody deserves to be shot at and have to duck damn bullets. It's like, people are damn crazy.
He fully intends to be in Milwaukee this week for the Republican National Convention. Reporting in Atlanta, Madison Scarpino, Fox News.
Okay. So.
And tonight, federal investigators are delving into Crooks' history. He's being described as a highly intelligent loner who somehow had a secret plan to kill the former president. Police say they found suspected bomb-making material in Crooks' car and evacuated 2 square blocks in Bethel Park while searching his parents' home. That's where we find KDKA lead investigator Andy Sheehan, who shares what he's found out about the would-be assassin. And Andy, what can you tell us?
I wonder what he exactly had. And as a 20-year-old, how do you get your hands on that? Like, you know, did he have it on him? And why would he have it at his house if he was going to go shoot the president, former president? I always keep saying president, but former president, Donald J. Trump.
Well, Erica, news that Thomas Crook was behind this assassination attempt comes as a shock to this quiet Bethel Park neighborhood. Tonight, he remains a puzzle to federal investigators and his former classmates.
Thomas Crooks.
To a smack.
There he is. Look, graduating, Thomas Crooks. And look, he looked happy there. What changed in this boy's life that he went from being happy in school to wanting? Claudia just gifted 1 membership. Thank you, Claudia. Also, Kathy, thank you for becoming a member. And John, thank you for becoming a member. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for jumping on the Dolly train with me. Put your seatbelts on.
Smattering of applause, Thomas Matthew Crooks, who failed in his assassination attempt on former President Trump, is seen here graduating from Bethel Park High School 2 years ago. News of his brazen act comes as a shock to his former classmates.
Anyone who knew him
All right, let me read this before we get started. Thank you for giving us the wonderful Dolly Bad Vision family. Everyone comment, like, and subscribe. Sarcasm. You're right, Dolly. I should have named it. It's Dolly Vision, and I can't see. I got my glasses in my hand. I just ain't got them on. I actually got them. I can see. Dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello.
Mom, I got her. Hey.
Mom, I got him. Hey. Hey, Lisa.
Mom, I got him. Boy, don't make me come over to Chesapeake and get you. I'm
Oh,
not
Lord.
far from you. I'll be there in about 20 minutes.
All right, 20 minutes.
You what?
Okay, Lisa, what do you think about this situation?
Look, you don't want to see my daughter's going to use. Oh, no. Look, I'm going to say it. I don't care who writes it in your chat or whatever. Straight up. Obviously, the boy had troubles here or there.
Yeah.
But I'm 61 years old. I've been dealing with, I do a lot of politics.
Mm-hmm.
I blame it. Put it this way. You are a parent. Wouldn't you know in your house, if you had your child in there with stuff for bombs, wouldn't you know something like that?
Stuff that would make booms. We got to use code words.
Yeah, wouldn't you know that stuff was in your home?
Oh, yeah, if I rifle through my kid's shit.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. It's my house. I pay the bills. I'm going to.
Yeah, but I don't do that. I can't think I wouldn't violate my kid's personal space.
I'm not talking about their bedroom. They didn't find it in his bedroom. They found it in the house.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wonder what he was trying to make. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you darn tootin' I would. But anyway.
I mean, did he have to
here or there,
make it, or was he trying to make it? See, there's a difference.
He was trying to make it. Ain't no telling what this young dude was trying to do. The thing that worries me is he could have come. President Trump has a young boy himself. He has children, grandchildren. Put it this way. I don't know why he does and worries about this country, because only God can cure this country. The money he's got stuff, I enjoy my life and say, you idiot, you do your stuff. But see, he's not like that. He stood up, got shot, and still was defiant because he knew he was mad because someone would actually do that. And
I know. I had to say he handled being shot at like a boss.
Well, he is a boss, exactly, and that's.
I mean, like a boss, like just that's some. He got up like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what the hell? It reminded me of some Tupac.
Did you see what Kid Rock said?
No, I didn't see what Kid Rock said.
You don't like Kid Rock?
No, I mean, I'm all right with Kid Rock. We ain't besties or nothing, but
I
didn't hear what he said.
Thing, but he said, you mess with Trump, he said cuss words, you mess with me. And that's the way it should be. Because you know what? That's somebody, regardless whether he's running for president again, he has a family.
Yeah, I mean, he's human. I say the same thing.
That's bull crap. That's bull. And I don't think that's totally wrong. But regardless of whether you're bullied at school, Dolly, bullying's been going on since the beginning. I don't give a crap. My son was bullied a little bit. It's how you deal with it. You laugh at him and go on about your business. Don't let it suck you in. And think about it. You took care of it on the playground when I was little. I got 4 brother siblings. They took care of it on the playground and went on and been best friends later. You don't. Bullying's been going on. It's going to continue to go around.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't
know what I mean?
Yeah. It's one thing if you hurt the people that's bullied you, but to go hurt innocent people that ain't never done nothing to you, that's a whole different game, you know?
Understand. They're supposed to go in and sweep that whole, just like when he was down there by you. He was at the beach area.
No, he was at a farm. He was at a farm just like that. He was at Greenboro Farms, and like I know that area real good. I know the owner. I've worked on the owner's house. You know what I'm saying? So I've been on that farm a million times. Huh?
Right. It didn't happen in Virginia because it ain't going to happen in Virginia. I'm just saying they did not secure that place. And even the man that they had interviewed on the TV said they saw him going on the friggin' roof and told a cop and he didn't do nothing about it. But then he went up the ladder a little bit later and was worried about his life and went back down it. He should have had a radio calling people in.
Yeah, I
Why did he
mean,
do
I don't
that?
know, because maybe it was like, they had to get that to the Secret Service. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what kind of security protocol they had. I mean, I'm not in the Secret Service and I ain't a police officer. But all I know is people were pointing at them minutes before the shots even rang out.
Exactly. I'm just saying they didn't secure the area well enough. They should have to be that close to him. Like you said, if he would have moved his head, he would have been gone. And now this world would have really been in a mess. Well, it's already in a mess, but still. And you might not say that you don't believe it's got something to do with it, but I do, because obviously the killer is dead. I mean, the killer is dead. He passed away, obviously, so he can't talk. I don't trust him. And like I said, it is because the last time it happened was on Reagan, remember? Well, you're younger than I am.
What, when Reagan got shot?
Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're a little bit young. You're about 10 years younger than me. So, that was that. But I'm saying Reagan was an awesome president. Why shoot at him?
He didn't like hippies.
He didn't like what?
Hippies.
His daughter was a hippie.
He still had it. He had that problem with hippies. He was a hippie hater.
No, you're full of baloney.
He does. He hated hippies. What did he say? They walk like what did he say? Smell like Tarzan, walk like Jane, or something. He said something really bad about hippies.
Really?
Yeah, Trump didn't like. I mean, I said Trump, but Reagan didn't like hippies.
But his daughter. You look at the research on her. She was a hippie.
He didn't like hippies. Maybe that's why. Because his daughter was a hippie.
Exactly. Maybe that's why.
He didn't like drugs at all. He was probably the strongest president on drugs. And you got to remember, Nancy Reagan is the whole dare.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But it's true because drugs and sitting down all this stuff kills people, innocent people, Dolly. So why not?
I know. I agree.
Drugs?
Certain ones.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're going to kill you, innocent people sometimes, and they over. I'm just saying that's another ball game. But
I mean, people credit Reagan for being the best president of all times.
Oh heck yeah!
I don't know if it was that good. I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid. It didn't.
I like John F. Kennedy, but I also was only 3 years old when he passed away. But still, I mean, that's what we were taught in school. They were good. But you're right, Reagan was good. And look, he was an actor. I'm just saying, just like Trump. People, because he can communicate. He can get down to their level. He can communicate and engage with anybody. And he's not incompetent, put it that way. But I don't care. In my heart of heart, I do believe it has something to do with that. It's down to the wire. Today started Republican convention. They wanted to take him out before it got to that point. Guess what? It didn't work.
Everybody thinking it's a conspiracy. Okay, Lisa. You be good.
All right, you too.
All right, peace. All right, so everybody's starting to believe some conspiracy stuff. We're trying to just stick to the facts, though. Hold on. Why can't I comment subscribers only mode? Hold on, callers. I'll cut the phone lines back on in just a minute. I want to get these super chats that I missed real fast. Thank you, Jax. His kid is 18 and almost 7 foot tall. All right. Why can't I comment when on subscriber only mode? I have no clue. I don't know. I couldn't answer that question. Christy, Reagan was shot about Jodie Foster. Remember? I don't remember what he was shot about. I just remember a dude got shot. One of the Secret Service jumped in front of the bullet and took one bullet for Reagan, and they shoved him in the car. If my memory's correct, it's been so many years. I was a little kid when I seen Reagan get shot. But, it's been a lot of years and nobody's tried to do anything like this, or it's been stop before it could happen. I mean, I know there's other people that have been plotting and planning on political figures, but usually they get busted before it happens, or stuff like that. It's very rare that we see something like this actually happen. Like I said, the last time I seen something like this, I was a little kid.
Close or not, it was just not something that we would have ever seen coming.
Described as a highly intelligent student who excelled in advanced placement classes in both history and math, former classmate Summer Barkley said he was quiet, kept to himself, but was always with the ready answer.
Everyone kind of knew him as the kid that knew everything. So everything, we would always joke, say, I bet Thomas knows the answer to this question. If we don't, Thomas knows it.
Like, you could look at him and you would be like, something's a little off.
Though Barkley said Crooks.
That's what I think when I see the kid there. When he's like, you can look at him and tell something was a little off. Let's see. I don't know. When I see him, like when I see his picture, I don't see anything. Even when I seen the video and he was saying, I hate Republicans. Yeah, something's a little off, but not like he's slow or not like he's special needs. Like he's angry, if you consider that off. He's just an angry young man. He didn't seem like he was crazy. From what clips I've seen of him, it just seemed like he was angry.
Did have a few friends. Others described him as a loner with an odd demeanor who was picked on by other students.
He did sit alone at lunch. Like he was always alone. I mean, he was bullied every day.
Crooks.
But he didn't help him. He didn't take up for the kid. All right. So, I mean, why didn't you be his friend, dude? That's what I would say. Why didn't you go over there and talk to the dude? Why didn't you make him part of the crew? Why'd y'all just leave that kid on the outskirts? If you don't do nothing to help the kid, you ain't no better than the bullies.
This is the son of Matthew and Mary Crooks here in this middle-class neighborhood in Bethel Park. State records show both parents are licensed behavioral counselors. Matthew works nearby at Community Care Behavioral Health, a subsidiary of UPMC Health Plan.
Okay, so the kid's parents are in the medical field. The medical
Despite his academic achievements, Barkley said after graduation, Thomas Crooks did not go away to college and instead stayed home, living with his parents and enrolled in the Community College of Allegheny County. Sources say federal law enforcement is investigating his mental health history.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with going to community college. Dolly went to community college.
And emotional state leading up to the shooting. The FBI confirms it was Matthew Crooks who legally purchased the AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle his son used in the attack.
Ooh. I wonder if they're going to lock the dad up. I wonder if they're going to lock the dad up for buying his kid that gun. All right. What reason would your kid need an AR-15 unless they're in the military? Parents that do stuff like this, like you had to know your son hated the Republicans. I mean, you live with the kid, right? You live with the kid. You would think you would know your kid, right? If my kid was talking about death to America, Pops, can you go get me a firearm? I'm going to be like, hell no, you little crazy bastard. Get on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't buying you nothing. You get a Red Ryder BB gun and don't shoot your eye out, right? But when your kid comes to you and asks you for an AK-47 or a assault rifle and he ain't a hunter. Now, if you live in the damn backwoods of Tennessee and you hunt every day, your kid comes to you and like, Ma, can I get a damn AR-15? You'd be like, yeah, okay. But if your ass live in the city and you don't do no hunting, you ain't redneck, you ain't none of that, your ass don't need nothing like that. Because why? Because you're going to use it to hurt somebody with. Like, I don't get it, you know?
Wounded the former president, killed an attendee, and
we don't want to get too much into sharing anything even though it's on YouTube. I don't want to show anything that shows anybody hurt.
Critically wounded 2 others. Another student tells CBS.
Okay, now we can jump back to it. I just don't like showing people hurt here, because I know they got families. And the last thing I would want to do is turn on something and see one of my family members hurt on damn YouTube or the news or any of that, right? So I try to skip the parts that show anybody hurt.
CBS News, as a freshman, Thomas Crooks unsuccessfully tried out for the rifle team at the high school, but did not make it for being a poor shot.
Oh, thank Jesus. Thank little baby Jesus. But when you're shooting into a crowd of people, you don't got to be a good shot. He probably didn't go there to hurt anybody but Trump. But in the process of trying to hurt Trump, he's done, possibly took the life of, well, already one person for sure, but there's 2 people still in the hospital in critical care that this young man is shot. So, explosive stuff in his vehicles, definitely like, how did your parents not see any of this? Right? Remember when Kohlberger happened and everybody was like, well, how did the parents not know their son was a psycho killer? Like, how did these people not know? And will they go to jail for buying him this weapon? Like, it's clearly the boy has some mental health issues. We know this now because he's on a roof trying to shoot the former president. If that ain't crazy, I don't know what is. All right. So we know he had some mental health issues. Why didn't his family get him some help? Right? They had to be seeing this stuff, living with him day to day, his anger. Like, there's no way he never said nothing threatening about the president in his house and then goes and tries to do something like that. Right? Usually people say it, or everybody has the same opinion in his house. Maybe everybody in his house hates Trump. And then, you're getting this, you're believing whatever you want to believe on the internet. And then the people around you are saying, yeah, F that dude. And did they create a monster? Maybe his family's a F Trump family, and then they're F Trump, and then they got their kid a damn rifle. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm with my parents. Everybody hates Trump. And it ain't that everybody hates Trump. It's your family hates Trump. Okay. And he's going to go do something horrible or bad. There's some motive to it. Like, how does a 20-year-old man become that damn angry?
Other students tell us Crooks had a keen interest in history and government affairs, but did not display overt political feelings. According to Pennsylvania voter records, he was a registered Republican.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, why would he give, if he's Republican, why would he give to the Democrats? He's more Democrat than he is Republican. Maybe his ass checked the wrong box, because he has videos where he says he hates all Republicans. He hates Donald Trump. He hates all Republicans. That's a lot of hate for a 20-year-old man. And so, they're going to say he's a Republican that shot another Republican, but yet he gives to the Democrats and says he hates Republicans. I think that would make him a Democrat. I'm not sure. I don't know how you did the math, but my math is mathing that he belongs to the left.
But there is also this Federal Campaign Commission record of a 2021 donation giving $15 to Act Blue, a progressive political action committee which funds left-leaning Democratic candidates. His mother, Mary, is a registered Democrat, and his father, Matthew, is a libertarian. Residents were evacuated last night when federal agents commenced the search of the house and have not been able to return.
No, and my wallet and everything is in my house, so I've been driving around with this dog all night.
So he must have had something pretty bad in that house if they didn't allow the neighbors all night to go home. Man, imagine waking, having to deal with that because your neighbor's an idiot. Some horrible person that's done lost their melon. You know what I'm saying?
Now, this neighborhood has been evacuated and will be evacuated until further notice. Meanwhile, federal investigators are trying to put together the puzzle that is Thomas Crooks. Reporting live in Bethel Park, Andy Sheehan, KDK.
All right. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Granny Bassmaster.
Hey, Granny. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Good to hear from you.
I am upset that this happened.
It's crazy, crazy world we live in.
It's a crazy world we live in, but how in the heck did he get past everybody?
That I don't know. I don't know, but people are saying a lot of it's rumors so far until it's proven, but a lot of people are saying they seen him going climbing up on the building with the rifle, and he was up there.
I heard them.
Yeah.
They did say that.
Yeah, and they seen him on the roof minutes before any shots were fired, and he still got them shots off.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to blame the Democrat Party right now. I'm not. They need to investigate it better.
Mm-hmm.
But
it ain't them. It's just one of their supporters.
It's one of their supporters, and that little boy he's got so much hate in him.
I know.
It's
at 20, I was
ridiculous.
I was so happy at 20. I didn't have a worry in my world at 20 years old.
Well, I didn't either, but
I had a good ass job, and I was 20. I had a good ass job. I was living good.
this kid has so much hate, it sounds like he may be demonic. God. But we need, as mothers and fathers, to check on our kids and keep an eye on them.
Mm-hmm.
And, just because they're 20 years old and they live in the house with you, look through their things. If you notice a change in them, or if you don't notice, look through their things.
That's
I'm
fine,
sorry.
Granny. That's fine.
But let me give you an instant. Daniel, he was a little over 16, and I cleaned his room up and I found something suspicious. So I put it in a bag. I didn't confront him because I needed to see what it was first. I carry it to work with me because I work for doctors. I'm a nurse. And one of the girls who had a drug problem before, I took it. We went outside. I took it out and showed it to her. And she said, "I don't know. I've never seen this." She said, "But it looks like it's some kind of device. She smoked drugs." So I said, "Oh, I got him." We even, tried to pump it up and to see what possibly use it could be. I take it home and I sit him down, me and Papa, and I pull it out of the bag. He turns so red, it is pathetic. You know what that thing was?
What?
A goober pump.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God. And me and her had our mouths on it, me and the other nurse. I just handed it to him, and I said, "Why in the world would you do that, boy?" I was so embarrassed.
Oh, Lord, Granny.
We got to check on our kids.
What, you blowing in the hose of it? What did you say you were blowing on it?
Yeah, we was trying to see what the purpose would be, where the drug would go in, or, we had to know.
So you didn't have no clue to what one of those things were?
No.
Oh, Lord, Granny. Oh, Lord, Granny.
Yeah, I had Daniel later in life, and he wasn't an accident. He was a surprise.
So that's why you don't dig through people's shit right there, Granny. Lesson learned.
No, I need to know what he's doing.
Well, you know. You know too much about what he's doing.
Oh, man. He turned so red.
I bet he did.
And he didn't want to tell us what it was. And finally, I just made him. And then I guess I turned red. And I said, "Get out of here with that."
Yeah,
but,
that's a lot.
We do need to go through our kids' things. If they're living with us, we have every right to do so.
Yeah,
And,
I guess a little bit, but I mean, I try to, I wouldn't be. I guess
Well,
everybody's a little different.
that boy should have never had a gun. I mean, he's screaming. And surely to God, these parents could see how angry and hateful he is.
Yeah, I mean, they seem like they would know their son hates hates.
He hated everybody in general. I mean, he's screaming, but you watch your top notch.
All right, Granny.
Don't go to any Trump's rallies. Let this dry down first.
I didn't plan on going to any rallies or anybody.
All right, you be good.
All right, peace.
Bye. Peace.
Yeah, I don't really get into politics. Covering it because the boy shot at Trump. Dolly.
Well, I've just got a few things to say here.
All right, you got to tell me who you are, where you calling from, your social security number, your blood type, if your DNA's on file. I'm just playing.
This is Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
I have, from all the comments I'm seeing here, it reminds me, thank God I've watched a lot of Tennessee stuff, that he remembered his shoes.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, Trump reminds me of, with that flag showing and that fist in the air, it reminds me of the movie Rocky when he's going up
The
Pennsylvania steps.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to be seeing a lot of emojis or something with Trump looking like Rocky going up through there, which is pretty good, I guess.
I've already seen a painting of Trump as Rocky Balboa.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't seen that one yet. I figured it'd be all over shirts before it was over with.
Nah, there's a painting of him as Rocky Balboa, as him as a boxer.
Now, the other part of that would be where I'm retired now. I watch a lot of stuff going on. I watched the Murdaugh series where Murdaugh got himself shot by his buddy.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, with all these people talking, I'm thinking, well, which movie am I watching?
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know what movie you watching. You tell me.
That's what I'm figuring out all these emojis are going to start. So I'm trying to figure out which is what going on. And you know what? It's not the mother or the father that caused this. It's not the Democrats or the Republicans. It's one person.
Yeah, I know. Thomas Matthew Crooks is the person.
Whatever that kid or man, because he's 20 years old, he's not yet 21, and I know your brain don't start developing or is developed into a certain age, so I don't want to get into any type of medical thing, but there's something that boy tried to believe in that was misled by somebody, or he was so alone, what do you call it, introverted?
Yeah.
That he has sat and got something in his mind that he was out to make a name for himself. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that people think, hey, I do something so horrible that everybody's going to talk about me. They wanted that attention. But do you think he wanted to get, counter sniped? That's the question. Maybe in his mind, he thought he was going to do this and he was going to be on the news and go to prison, and that didn't happen for him.
The boy had to been smart enough to know, from what I see on TV, that he knew he was going to get shot.
Yeah, of course. Anybody with any common sense would know you go out there and pull out a gun, you're going to get shot.
Exactly. Well, my question is, and you know what? I have to thank, actually, the policeman that did go up there, because I think that threw him off his game. Whatever that boy had planned, I think that policeman...
He had to rush it.
Yeah, he had to rush it. That's why he was missing. Because I kept thinking, where is that water spraying coming from? And then I didn't know for a while that's what it was. But you reckon that kid has he knows the area. You think he had maybe got into that building and was there all day and found a way up on that roof?
I don't know. I mean, that would be me just guessing, but I mean, at some point, it seems like he had some type of plan. He went there with a weapon, so he was planning to do something.
Yeah. I mean, I know that the boys, I hear a lot of these young men talking about these rifles and things that's going on that they like. I think they think it's cool. But buddy, when you go to do damage like that boy did, he knew he wasn't going to make it through that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. He didn't deserve to make it through that. He already took one life. You know what I'm saying? You can't let him, every second with another life in danger.
You don't go around hurting people for your beliefs, because that makes you just as bad.
Yeah, if not worse.
Yeah.
So you think he's a bad dude, so you become a monster?
Yeah. That it just makes you bad. It's like these abusers out there. The children that grow up will say, well, I got this, or I had this happen to me. No, you have the option of making your life better.
Yeah.
So whatever he did, I'm sorry it took innocent people, but I do believe that even Trump needs to thank that policeman, because I think that policeman threw him off his game.
Yeah,
and the policeman survived. Thank God for that. And the people standing around there, even though we lost some beautiful people out there, I mean, it just, boy, that was my thinking. I've got to figure out what emojis and movies I'm going to be seeing.
All right. Well, look, hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
It was good talking to you.
You too.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
All right, give me 1 second, guys. My producer just walked in and she brought me a gift. Hey, PJ.
Hey.
Uh-oh, it's in a bag.
I can't keep a secret.
Is this something I can show to people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to make sure it fit right, so I had time to return it.
Hold on. Don't tell me what it is.
I didn't.
All right. Hold on. Let me open this. It's in a GLD bag. Ooh, it's a new chain. Ooh, I like it.
It was the smaller one, and I didn't know if I should get the
it's a new chain
one, but there was also a couple different colors with it. I don't know.
I like the box. Cool little box that came in. Call Lolo for a second. Let me pull it out. Uh-oh. This is sort of like my other one.
Except for that one is a little bit different.
Okay. Does it clasp the same way?
The certificate is in that little envelope, I think.
Okay, awesome. All right, y'all see my new chain? I'll be wearing it later. All right, so give me 1 second, guys, and I'll be right back with you. Let me put this up. Oh, I see the little certificate and everything with it. Okay. And, ooh, that's a cool sticker, too.
A sticker?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Cool.
Gold gang. Right there.
That's cool.
A gold gang. All right, let me put that in its case. What are you at, lunch?
Yeah.
Okay, you heading back? Huh? Okay. All right. All right, I'm back with you guys. Let's open the phone lines back up. Boom. Dolly. Hello.
Dolly.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? So, me and my husband are sitting here listening to you,
Uh-huh.
and we wanted to call in, and we got through. So we heard the caller say, like, oh, this is a conspiracy, yada,
Yeah.
yada, yada.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, Trump is a bad dude, right, in some people's opinion. But let me tell you what, you got to be a real OG to stand up there and be like, hey, bro, stand on top of that roof over there and shoot, a football field and a half and miss me by like a millimeter and not kill me. And also, while you're up there, take out a couple other people, right? And we're going to call it a day. He don't have those kind of thuggish skills in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if he was from, the Bronx or some shit and lived on the street for half his life, maybe. But Trump isn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
He took
So,
being shot at better than I would.
dude, he stood up like, now what?
Yeah, I know. Like I like me, I'd been running and ducking and weaving. He stood up
Dude,
talking about fight. I was like, wow, this is like some Braveheart shit right here.
That was done in a movie, the same thing.
He said, my husband was saying that was done in a movie, the same scene.
Oh, was it? I didn't know it was from a movie, and I watch all kinds of movies. I knew it was some bullshit. I was like,
about trying to assault the president, and they missed him, and he threw his fist.
It was like trying to assault it was done in the 80s or something like that, probably after Reagan or some shit. I don't know.
Okay.
But we were like listening to you. My husband's getting a kick out of your show. He's never really listened to you much, than I do. But he's like, oh yeah. So he's like, you got to try to call in and say like, that's no way that was a stage event, because it's just almost nearly impossible to miss like him and not take him down. Like you wouldn't. That's just impossible.
yeah, there's people in here that believe everything's out here in this world that believe everything's fake. That it's just some government co-op to fool the people, to this or that. People quick to believe these conspiracies.
Well, absolutely. But the biggest thing that we'd like to see come out is about the officer that some people are saying he climbed a ladder and then stuck his head up, dunked down. Now it's also coming out that he stood on top of an officer's shoulders, looked up and slipped off the officer's shoulders.
Yeah, well, the
So
report we just heard said he climbed up a ladder and confronted him and then ran down the ladder, and that's when the shots were fired. So, I mean, the news is getting scattered information just like anybody else. So, in a case that's active like this, things are subject to change to what actually happened.
Everybody's phones are coming out today.
Yeah, and apparently on the news it said that everyone's phones are coming out today, their footage and stuff.
Oh,
so that'll
yeah.
be interesting to
There's
see.
one on now. It's brand new that shows the cop going the other way.
Yeah, and, do I think Secret Service did everything they could to protect the former president? In my opinion, no. I mean, that was a pretty wide open space for someone to sit. Well, obviously, he did what he did, the 20-year-old. So, I mean, that's a football field and a half. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, even if it's state police, and then they are not covering that area. That to me, now that's suspicious to me. But the gentleman that's 20 years old is conspiring with someone to take him out. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, when the government wants to get you, they would have got him.
They would have got his butt.
That's why I know it wasn't like some John F. Kennedy shit, because if they wanted to get you, they're going to get you. They don't miss.
Yeah, and my husband said, you're absolutely right. Just like JF Kennedy, if they want you, they'll get you.
Yeah,
They
would put their best shooter there. Not the dude that misses.
That was CIA.
Yeah, CIA stuff back in the day, but thanks for taking our call. We're enjoying listening to you.
All right.
All the views on this, and have a great show.
You too. Peace.
Thanks. Bye.
Dolly. Hello.
Hey, Dolly.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. This is Helen from Iowa.
Hey, how's it going?
And I'm originally from Virginia, near your area.
Okay, you from Virginia, near my area?
Yeah, I'm actually from the Hampton News area. But my brother lives actually in the same area you're in.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And, so when you talk about Virginia, I know exactly what you mean, that you don't get away with stuff like this in Virginia.
Yeah, we got pretty tough laws.
I was pretty shocked by this, but, people are human. Mistakes will be made. Who would think somebody's climbing on the roof halfway across the field to shoot the president?
Yeah,
I mean,
a former president, not even the president.
Well, yeah, former president. So I don't think it was a hoax. I don't think it was this or that because people died. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
And,
he wasn't leaving his good shoes. Trump he won't having that. He was like, yo, let me put my shoes on. These are my good ones. You know what I'm saying? He was keeping them shoes, boy.
They must have been expensive because
He won't leave.
I would not be worried.
He would rather get shot than leave his shoes. He's like, yo, I'm taking these with me.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't even sure where he was shot. He just knew his ear was hurting. It could have been a way worse, like people are saying.
He had that look like he
But
got stung in the ear by like a bee. You know what I'm saying? Like it stung him, and he was kind of confused by it, and then he realized, shit, somebody's shooting. It reminds me of the movie.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie The Jerk?
Yeah.
Remember, he's working at the gas station, and there's a sniper across the street, and he's shooting at him, and it's hitting the oil cans, and he's like, somebody must really hate this oil. He don't realize that it's shooting at him. That's kind of the look Trump had when they shot at him. He was like, "Who they shoot at?" You know
I would say he ducked pretty quickly.
So
duck and weave.
Duck and weave. That's what I say.
But anyway, I also wanted to give credit to the dismissal of Alec Baldwin's case. I was so happy to see that.
Yeah. I didn't think I could take 8 more days of it, so I'm glad it happened too.
Okay, well, that's all I had to say, and I appreciate talking to you.
All right, you be good. Peace. So, yeah, Trump was like, he was up there. He looked confused. He grabbed his ear. He's like, what the hell? Oh, shit, they shooting at me. You know what I'm saying? Dolly.
Hello?
Hey.
What's that?
Not a whole lot, Miss Brenda. Just talking about this Trump stuff and him, not wanting to leave his shoes. He had it on his alligator suedes.
Well, this has blown my mind.
Crazy, definitely for sure crazy.
When Clinton was president, he came to the factory where I work. Is him and Jesse Jackson. I mean, a bunch of people. Come. Secret Service and stuff like that come to the building itself 2 weeks before Clinton and them came.
Yeah.
And I mean, the night before that he came, that place, when people left out of there, it was locked down and nobody could go in. They had Secret Service there 24/7 from the time they came. This has blown my mind. Absolutely blown my mind.
Yeah, but how big is his Secret Service detail? Because he's the former president. He's not the president. Do they give them the same amount of Secret Service?
They're supposed to. He was a president.
Yeah, but I mean...
Yes, they're supposed to give him just as much as if he was the president.
Oh, see, I don't know. It seems like his team must have been a little small.
This was no way acceptable. That building should have been locked down, and somebody should have been on top of that building.
I agree. Any sniper vantage point to the stage should have had somebody on top of it.
I ain't going to mention people's names because I ain't going to dox nobody. But I was watching somebody last night because my Dolly wasn't on. He was MIA all weekend.
I took the weekend off. Sometimes you got to have a little break from this YouTube stuff.
I know, but that don't mean that I don't miss you when you're not there.
Okay.
But now you made me forget what I was going to say.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, think about it, Miss Brenda, and call me back. You be good.
But you have a good... Quit laughing at me. I'm watching you. I'll get PJ to knock that head.
Okay, you be good. Peace.
Bye.
Dolly!
Hey, Dolly, it's Annie.
Hey, Annie, what's going on?
Hey, I just tuned into your podcast here. Hey, that is a cool comment that Kelly C put up there about the shoes.
Yeah, you want to keep your shoes on at all times.
You always want to keep them shoes on because you never know what's going to happen if you go barefoot, right?
Yeah, you don't want to go barefooted, naked footed, as some people would call it. Trump won't leave in his shoes. I mean, he handled the situation like a boss. I mean, I couldn't have handled it that good because I'd have been running and screaming, talking about F them shoes. I'll get a new pair. You know what I'm saying? But he won't leave it. He won't leave it. He's like, hold on, let me get my shoes on. I don't care if there's a sniper firing. I'm not leaving without my shoes.
But I mean, how did his shoes fly off? I mean, is it because
I don't know. If somebody was shooting at you, he jumped down and kicked his shoes off. I don't know what he did, just in case he had to run. he kicking him off with speed. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I have no idea either. But I was going to call and say something. I haven't been able to listen to the full video yet because I kind of just tuned in, so I don't know what the past callers said or anything. But I just want to give my opinion a little bit on this. Now, the Crooks guy, he was bullied, right? That's what everybody's saying.
They're saying that, but that was one weirdo kid that looks like he was probably the kid bullying him.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird because, through this whole thing since 5-6 years it's gone on with this Trump thing. It almost seems like the media made Trump out to be a bully. Like how he, went on and made fun of that R kid, making those kind of weird gestures. And maybe the kid felt like, well, I want to just get rid of a bully. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, but it ain't like he ever bullied him. That's what I'm saying. Why would you lash out on somebody that's never did nothing to you?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if the kid had some kind of disorder or something. Maybe he felt. I mean, the media makes everybody out to be a jerk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that, and then I don't know. I think his dad. I think his parents probably had a lot to do with it too. I mean, and who knows what he was being bullied for? Maybe he was a Trump supporter. Maybe he was getting bullied for that. You don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if he was really getting bullied.
Well, that's what the classmates said, but I don't really know much about that. I've been watching JLR because he's been on top of things.
Yeah, I know he's been covering it all weekend. I watched a lot of his stuff when it was going on. I still wasn't breaking away from taking my weekend off YouTube. I had to determine, I was like, I'm not getting on YouTube this weekend. And and then everything pops off, and then I'm like, nope, I ain't doing it. I still resist it with all the stuff going on. I was just like, I ain't doing it. I'm enjoying my weekend. Yeah. I watched all kinds of movies, ate cookies. I did all kind of shit to get fat.
Hey, maybe you should start selling cookies, Dolly's cookies, huh?
I mean, it would take too, but they'd be bad time they got to you,
Oh, yeah.
And plus, food's totally different. But I do got the new body spray out. So.
Oh, did you get the candles? Because I was waiting on them.
I got only got 16 purple haze ones. That's all I made. So they're out, and my new body spray is out.
Yeah, because I really want to get those candles. I don't know, what does it smell like? You said, is it the purple rain or the purple haze or whatever?
It's purple haze. It smells like a grapish, purplish, hazy kind of good smell.
So is it like a sweet?
It's like
or is it more like a
more grapey,
heavy kind of? I don't know how to explain it.
It smells like a sweet.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to order it anyways, and I'm going to like it no matter what because it's from Dolly.
That's right. It smells like a sweet grape.
Oh, cool. All right, well, I'll let you get to your other callers, Dolly. I just wanted to give my opinion a little bit on that bully situation. We'll get more information out. JLR is on top of it, so we'll get more information out soon.
All right, peace.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Dolly!
Hey, Dolly, it's Mayberry from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, Mayberry. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. I can't complain.
I'm coming at this from a little different perspective.
Okay.
I used to work in state politics, several years ago.
Okay.
And a couple of times we had really big political events, one with George Bush, Daddy Bush, and another one with Dan Quayle. And both times we had those events, we had to make a list of all the attendees and their social security numbers, give that to Secret Service like several weeks prior. And then at the event, we were there with a Secret Service person, and as each person came in, they had to show their driver's license, and we had to check them off from the list.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have your driver's license or you weren't on the list, you didn't get in.
Amen.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So
But
I
he was
agree with the
outside. He was outside of the gated area to get into the event.
Yeah.
So he
That's
wasn't
true. That's a
actually
good point.
in the event. He was in the surrounding area around the event.
Yeah, that's a good point. But from what I know from someone that went there, they weren't checking. It wasn't that tight. It wasn't that hard to get in.
Well, I know the
I
one
didn't
here
hear
in
that they were-
Virginia that they had. I know
Yeah.
somebody that went to it, and he told me that you couldn't have absolutely nothing on you. Your wallet,
Really?
your stuff in your pockets, and that is it. You couldn't bring in bags, purses, lighters, anything. You couldn't bring in nothing. You could bring in your cell phone, and that was it.
Did they check ID though?
Yeah, because of tickets.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, I tend to agree with the previous caller. I think I feel like something, I don't want to blame anything on Secret Service, but I feel like maybe their protocol wasn't followed as tightly as it should have been.
The scary thing is people see that the Secret Service ain't really that great, and they may try to attempt something like this again.
I know. It's really unfortunate. It's really sad, and I'm not trying to take away from Secret Service because, ultimately they got him to the car safely.
Yes.
But yeah, we've got to do something to protect our elected officials. And I don't care if it's Donald Trump, if it's Joe Biden, whoever. These are the rulers of our country.
Yes.
So anyway, I enjoy listening to you. I'm a first-time caller, so thank you for all you do.
No problem. You be good.
All right. Goodbye.
She is absolutely right. We don't need to be hurting anybody. It don't matter if it's Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or Dolly. If Dolly was running for president, don't shoot me, okay? I'm sensitive to bullets. They hurt. I ain't never been shot, but it looks like it hurts, okay? So I don't see what, somebody, if Trump didn't personally do nothing to you, I don't think you should be out there. If Trump ain't trying to hurt you, why try to hurt him? And justice was served. We just saved the court systems thousands of dollars. The Secret Service did by, firing back. But what did this kid think was going to happen? You go out there with a weapon, start shooting at a former president, you're going to get shot, you're going to get killed. And in this world, it's like you do something stupid, it's that F around, find out. He found out. But I think the timing of the Secret Service was, every second matters in a situation like this. And I think their response time could have been a little bit quicker. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. This is Cheyenne from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I wanted to make a couple of points here. One of which is we need to stop calling him a kid. When we were growing up, once we hit 18, we were a grown-ass adult.
Yep. I thought you were.
And we had responsibilities. We were responsible for ourselves. That's one thing that's wrong with this younger generation now. They're kids. They're kids. No, they need to be taking care of themselves and their responsibilities.
Okay.
And the other thing is,
I got you.
the other thing is, like when I was 21, I was married. 23, I had a kid.
Uh-huh.
And a house to pay for, and cars, and responsibilities. Kids these days don't do that. Mom and dad do it for them. But he's not a kid. He was not a kid.
Yeah, when
He
you
was
know
a grown
when
ass man.
yeah, when my baby's mama came in and told me we're gonna have a kid, that's when I think I started taking shit seriously. You know, like let me
Yeah.
make sure I got a good job. Let me start
That
saving up
adult
to buy a house.
Yeah. Yes, yes, that it hit in big time.
So
And
I
we
grew
put
up
on our
quick.
big, yes, we put on our big adult britches and went forward. The other thing is, okay, I'll just say it, I'm a Trump lover, but the thing of it is, I look at it this way: what if his parents were totally oblivious to what he was doing?
Yeah.
Because I look back and, good God, the things my parents did not know that I did. You know, and every one of us could probably say the same thing.
Yeah, but I wasn't, you know, I wasn't building anything that would go boom or trying to kill the president
right.
either, you know.
Right, exactly. But see, that's where we take the responsibility away from them. We let them be entitled to be a kid. Oh, they're thinking like a kid. They're acting like a kid. We'll just leave it alone. When they're really an adult and need to be addressed as an adult. But what if
Yeah.
those parents have absolutely no clue, and all of a sudden they see this, their son's dead?
I don't know. I think they would have to have some
They
type of
would have.
clue, though.
I don't, because I'll tell you what.
Then they ain't
My
that close
kids,
with their kid. I mean, like,
I was very close with my children. One was a conservative, one was a little girl, and they switched roles after they grew up.
uh-huh.
Totally shocked me. And the things I found out that they had done growing up blew my socks off. I had no clue. And I was watching them. I was monitoring their friends. I was monitoring their phone calls. I was monitoring what was going on with their computers. You know, so you really don't know what they're going to get into. But I believe when you go to the level,
Yeah, but I
like
think when you
where
raise them
he's
right,
at,
they won't.
mental, yeah,
I think if you raise your kid right, they won't get into
Uh-huh.
that bad shit.
Right.
Because, you know, most kids just want to, you know, have their parents proud of them, you know, and
right.
so if you're
And what?
disappointed, usually kids don't want you disappointed in them, so they're going to usually do the right things if you raise them right.
Right. Or they overparented this kid.
Or
They
their
could have
views,
very
or their
well
views,
overparented this kid till he was
or
so
their views, or
secretive.
they hate Trump too, and he's in a house full of people that hate Trump,
That's
and
right.
is being
Anything could
doctored
happen.
into him
Right.
to hate
But I'm
another
trying to
person.
look at it as a parent, as if that was my child and I've seen that happen. If that was your daughter, and I don't know where that happened, you had no clue.
Somebody just asked
You
me
would
what
be
scent.
devastated.
Somebody just asked me what scent Purple Haze is. That's the scent, Purple Haze.
Purple haze,
That's the
Jimmy.
scent. Okay. It smells like purple. It
Yeah.
smells like grape.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God, he was a wonderful guitarist, Jimmy.
yeah,
was.
if you raise your kids right, all you can do is hope and pray they do right. But they are their
Right.
own individuals, and there is a possibility that he kept this a secret from everybody in his family.
Right.
Or they're just a whole family full of haters, and he's just following the pack.
Yeah, and they turned a blind eye. You know, and we don't know. We're not in their shoes.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know that.
the
I
one
know
thing-
right now they're going through it too because they lost their son. You know, if he had
Oh,
mental
God,
health
yeah.
issues, you know, that still don't change that's their son. He did do something horrible, but
That's
to them,
it.
they love
And-
him.
Yes. And, you know, you see the pictures. I mean, you can see his head's blown off. I mean, could you imagine seeing that on television?
Well, it wasn't.
Sitting there?
It was still there.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean by that. It was split open.
I've been Loddish, but he was still there.
Right.
You know,
But, you know,
he definitely had his melon cracked.
Yes, he did. And I hope this world, our country, comes back to being reasonable and
Yeah.
being able to disagree and agree to disagree.
Yeah,
go.
That's my thing right there. Is let's discuss it. Let's don't fight about it. That's the
That's it.
adult
If
way
we
to do
can't
it.
And if we get hot tempered, it's time to shut up, walk away, and leave it alone.
Yep. Amen. Hey, look. Hey, I appreciate you calling.
Thank you. You peace and good day. Have a good day.
All right,
Bye-bye.
peace. Yeah, I mean, as adults, you know, we're not going to agree on everything. Everybody got a different way of fun, but We didn't run it, and us fighting about it ain't going to change it. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yes.
It's 7 Gen American.
7
At a
Gen
Florida.
American.
Yeah. I
How's it
just
going?
wanted to say, I always knew Daddy Trump had big balls. But when he started pumping that fist in the air, you could tell Papa Trump was pissed.
Yeah,
he
he was.
pissed.
Yeah, he was
And I
hyped.
think- yeah, and there's going to be some heads rolling when he gets back in with that security system.
He was fired up. I see. That's what I say. Like, I couldn't have handled that like that. I'd have been scared, running. I mean, I'm just being truthful. I couldn't stand up there and pump my fist. I'd be scared somebody was going to shoot me.
Now, see, I would probably turn around and shoot if I had the weapon to do it. If I was in the situation, I wouldn't have hesitated. I wouldn't have run from it. But boy, when he stood
Yeah,
up,
but you
pumped
know,
that fist in the
everybody
air,
there, you know, to get into these events, you unarmed. They don't let armed
Right.
people up in the events. So all these people are sitting
Exactly.
there like ducks.
I've been to 3 Trump rallies, and I always ended up in the freaking parking lot. I couldn't get into the stadium or the area. Always was in the freaking parking lot. But I still had a good time.
Yeah, like I said, I got to meet the guy, and I know a lot of people hate him, and I'm not a political person, so I don't really have a dog in the fight. But he was
my
nice.
daddy.
He was a nice gentleman to me, and that's just what I know him as a nice gentleman. Because when I met him, he was nice. He wasn't an asshole. He didn't act like he was. You know, he just acted like a nice guy. Generally
He's a
nice
man.
dude.
He's a fearless man.
I mean, if you got all that money, what do you got to be an asshole about? That's how I look at it.
That's how he probably looks at it, too.
You know what I'm saying? What does he got to be mad about? He's going to go sit on his gold couch, his gold toilet, you know what I'm saying? With his supermodel wife.
I'd like to be the fly on the wall when he walks in that room, starts pointing fingers and saying, "You're fired. You're fired."
Oh, you can believe after they let them shots get popped off that some heads are going to roll behind that one.
You're fired.
Yeah, he's firing some people. You know, he's notorious for firing some people.
Yep. Well, I'm MAGA. Trump's my guy.
All right.
I lost a lot of friends over it, but hey,
Yeah,
I'm more MAGA today than yesterday.
All right, well, you be good. I don't care what side you're on. You be good. You stay safe.
Okay. You're fired.
You're fired. Peace. So, yeah, Trump be firing people. That's for sure. Like I said, I don't really have a dog in a fight. I don't follow politics. I don't know much about politics. I ain't going to sit here and act like I do. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, this is Tracy from Florida.
Hey, Tracy.
Okay, so here's my opinion on this situation. So the guy only lived like an hour away from there.
I think 40 minutes or
And
something.
yeah, he didn't live far away at all. So he could have taken some day trips there ahead of time.
Uh-huh.
And I have a lot of family that works for the government. And so my mother's brother was actually one of the head people over the terrorist division, and he reported directly to the president before he retired. So we were talking last night, and we were talking about the protocols and everything of how this works.
Uh-huh.
And days ahead of time, they go in there and they search inside the perimeter, they search outside the perimeter, and they mark any areas where something could happen, and Secret Service is supposed to be stationed there.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, okay, so that rooftop that he was on should have had somebody from Secret Service on that rooftop.
Yeah, every
And there
roof,
should have-
anything with a sniper advantage should have had somebody on it.
Yeah. So anyways, I think it is my personal opinion that this guy went in days ahead of time and somehow put the rifle that he used in a hidden area. Because think about it. They said when they found his car that it was almost a mile away from where he was shot.
Uh-huh.
So he would have had to walk from his car to that glass company where he got on their roof. There was crowds everywhere. People were parking
all
Yeah.
over the place. Somebody would have seen him carrying a rifle to that rooftop.
Yeah, because I just know from experience when it was here, they shut down a lot of roads around here, so they had one way into
Yes.
the thing, one way out, and everybody was parked in yards and like fields and like everywhere that you could humanly park along the side of the road so they could get out and walk because traffic was at a dead stop. And I
Right.
was stuck in that traffic thinking, damn, I came the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I said traffic
They
for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. They actually saw him with the rifle. I see Mad Hatter. Yes, they saw him with the rifle on his back, but it was only when he got to the ladder and when he was going up the ladder and onto the roof. That's when they saw the
Because
rifle.
some people are saying he may have climbed up a fence and he got onto the roof.
Yeah.
But
there was so many people around. You have to think about this. Thousands and thousands of people swarm these areas for Trump rallies.
yeah, it's insane.
And he had to, somebody would have seen him walking from his car to wherever he got access.
How do we know
to get
though
on
he
that
didn't
building.
stuff the barrel of the gun down his pants leg and cover it with his shirt and walk with it?
Well,
pants.
it had a scope and everything on it. That would have kind of been hard.
Yeah, that's
He would have had to walk stiff legs and everything.
Yeah, stiff leg and walked it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's possible though because he got it there, unless he just threw it on his back and walked with it.
I really think that he planted it there just like that ladder. That ladder didn't mysteriously show up. Somebody put that ladder there. And
Are we positive though there was a ladder?
Yeah, you can see it when they
the
zoom in
news
on the picture.
The news said there was a ladder that the police went up there and he retreated down a ladder, and that's what the news was saying. That's what they're reporting anyway. So there was a ladder there. Where did the damn ladder come from?
Yeah.
I mean, there's rumors out there that people have seen him dragging a ladder across a field.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but
I don't know if that's true, but there's some rumors out there. I don't want to spread misinformation out here. I'm trying my best to
right
to just the facts of it.
Yeah, that's what I like too. I like the facts of the matter. And the facts are, think about it, if you were at a Trump rally or you were walking, I mean, even to a sports stadium, to anywhere down the road, people freak out about guns nowadays. It's not like when we were growing up. I mean, I went to high school and the guys had the guns.
I don't know. I live in an open carry state. Everybody got guns.
Yeah, that's how it is here too. I mean, you can actually conceal legally here in Florida. But I grew up in Virginia. I grew up in Manassas, so I'm real familiar with that, with Virginia and stuff like that too. And my ex-husband, we were actually stationed there at Little Creek Amphibious Base. He was with SEAL Team 2, and he was a sniper. He taught, my ex-husband taught the sniper school over near Fredericksburg, Virginia. And he would commute back and forth when he was teaching that academy there. There's a base right outside of Fredericksburg where they teach sniper school. My ex-husband taught there. But somebody is going to have to pay for this. And I'm sorry, I don't trust the FBI to investigate this. This is the same people that investigated everything else, the same people that raided Trump's home.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if anybody saw, but that case was dismissed today.
Was it dismissed?
Yes, it was. They dismissed every bit of those charges today. That's gone. He won't ever be prosecuted for that again. And so I can't wait to see what comes from that. But yes, if you Google it, the case was dismissed this morning.
Okay.
But somebody is going to have to answer.
What? Let me ask you this. I just told you I don't follow politics. What was Trump charged with? Didn't he say his property was worth something more than it was or something?
He was charged with having classified documents at his home.
Oh, okay. They all do that, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do. And I think, I mean, let's be real. Let's be for real. A lot of this was election interference. That's what it was. I'm sorry to say that. but it was.
I don't know.
And it,
I mean, I don't know. I don't follow politics. I didn't even know what he was charged with. To be honest with you, I didn't.
yeah, that's what he was charged with, and it was dismissed.
Okay.
But you know, things just aren't what they were like before. Like I told you, I have a lot of people in my family that served with the government. As a matter of fact, my grandmother, before she retired, for 39 years, worked between the White House and the Pentagon.
Uh-huh.
And when Ronald Reagan was inaugurated, my grandmother took me as her guest to his inauguration, and I met Ronald Reagan and got the his inauguration book that they had
cool.
signed by him.
Cool.
And when my grandmother passed away, Colin Powell was at her funeral.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But so anyways, I just, it's sad. I wish we could all get back to the days where it doesn't matter what political affiliation you are. Let's just all be friends. It's okay to not see eye to eye, and it's okay to have different opinions, and it's okay to have different beliefs and believe in different parties. All of that is okay, but let's just get back to being human.
There you go.
And
Amen.
caring about one another.
For sure. But look, hey, we're running out of time. I appreciate you calling in.
Okay.
All right.
Take care, Dolly.
You be good. Stay safe.
You too. Bye-bye.
Amen to what she said. Get back to being human beings. Why would you want to hurt somebody else? You know, do unto others as you would want done to you. You know, you wouldn't want nobody shooting you. Why would you shoot somebody else? Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, this is Brooke from Tennessee. How are you?
Brooke, I'm doing all right. Just living my best life.
You talking about my man today. I love Trump.
I take it you're a Trump person?
Oh, I love him. I
Awesome.
really do. Yeah. My mother honed in on him, and my mom just passed away, and we used to watch him together.
Uh-huh.
So I got a real emotional connection to Trump, but I was listening to your show, and I got a couple of just comments.
That's why I named my channel Dolly, because my mom was a huge fan of Dolly Parton.
Oh, really? I've
Yeah.
always wondered that.
Yeah,
Well,
that was our
listening to your
bond.
channel.
I used to listen to Dolly with her and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I named my channel that.
Oh, cool. Well, sometimes I'm gonna tell you when I listen.
Because I hear
to Trump,
people
I can
say,
sit
why
there
would
and
a dude,
listen to it for,
why would a dude call himself Dolly? I hear that all the time. And not just, you know,
I
for you
always
guys.
wondered that, but I didn't want to ask you.
Yeah, it's so my mom loved Dolly. Like, so when I see Dolly,
Yeah.
it reminds me of my mom.
Well, the day he got indicted, I'll be honest, I sat in my car and cried because I thought my mother just passed away, and I thought my mom would be beside herself today. You know what I mean? Like, since you had that connection, you know.
Yeah, well, I ain't got to worry about Dolly dying, though, because she's going to live forever.
I know she's rocking a daggum Dallas Cowboy.
I mean, she's already
outfit.
like 100, and she looks good.
She looks great. But I did want to say, if this little guy was bullied, what if he was just trying to be famous for something?
That's the scary thing. I mean, famous, you ain't famous, you're infamous.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and
And
maybe he wanted to be remembered, but that's a hell of a way to be remembered.
you got that right. And maybe he was in the camo to try to fit in, you know, like maybe he was a guard out there and nobody would come.
I mean, that would be first thought. You seen somebody on the roof with a rifle at a president rally. You're thinking, oh, that's a sniper for the, you know, government. But
Right,
nah, they should have knew it wasn't one of them.
Oh, yeah, they should have. Now, I heard that Trump had asked for additional personnel and was denied because he knew that they were going to be short on this rally, that they needed more help.
Uh-huh.
But that's all hearsay. I don't know that for true.
I don't know either.
But now Trump did handle that like a boss. I mean,
That he did.
Did you see the picture of the bullet?
No,
I mean,
just
just the bullet.
By him?
Yes.
Yeah, I seen that one.
He
Yeah.
was within centimeters of losing his life.
I mean,
centimeters.
so close. If he hadn't turned his head, he'd be dead right now.
That's right. It would have been another JFK situation.
Yeah, horrible. I mean, it's bad now, but it was about to be a hell of a lot worse.
I know it. It was.
So,
But
and then
first time caller.
You think about how much of an uprise that would have put America into. You think shit's divided now. You assassinate, half of the country's political leader. You're talking about outrage.
Oh, hell would have broke loose.
That's what I'm saying. All hell would have broke loose. There was something so crazy and so nothing, like, why would anybody try to do this? This blows my mind. And we ain't got to worry about them doing it again.
Well, I watch his rallies. I was watching one down in Florida last week, I think. And, people try to comment on there, Trump 2024, we love you, blah, blah, blah. And there were so many people saying Trump needs to be dead, blah, blah, blah. And I was like trying to tag the FBI.
I mean, do they really mean that, or they just, it's like,
yeah, I know.
It's better to say
trolls,
Trump sucks, you should never wish death on somebody, no matter what. If you think he sucks, say he sucks. He sucks, you know what I'm saying? But don't wish death on a man, because then it comes back to you, and all that horrible stuff, putting that into the world, putting that hate into the world.
I agree. I got into it on Facebook with somebody, actually a judge around here. I live in West Tennessee, and he's a Democrat, and he put up a joke about, I wish y'all would treat a third grader like you do an ear. And I said, dude, are you trying to downplay an assassination on the president of the United States?
Well, former president, but yeah, I think there's been a lot of downplaying of it. Like, nobody deserves to lose their life. Nobody. I don't care if you're a president.
If it would have been Biden, I'd have been the same way. Yeah.
Somebody to do things to change it. You don't try to hurt them.
That's right.
So he got what he deserved. And he won't never do it again. But look, I appreciate you calling in.
Thanks, Dolly. Talk to you later, buddy.
All right. Peace.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, like, you said you do the crime, you do the time. He did the crime, and his time was meet your maker. All right. And I don't think he met a good maker. You do something heinous like this, you're going to burn. Dolly.
Dolly, it's Micah. Oh my gosh, I'm already shaking.
Well, you made it.
From Michigan.
Michigan in the house.
The same Micah. Hey. I wanted to call because I feel as though there are a few of us in chat, and I just wanted to put my voice forward because I feel like there's a lot of people kind of on one side, and not very many who feel the way that my mom and I do, and I just wanted to kind of speak on her behalf and my behalf.
Okay.
But I'm 25 and she's 53 now, and she grew up, we grew up Southeast Michigan. She grew up in a not so great area. There were race riots. There was violence against anybody who seemed the slightest bit quote unquote gay, and she's physically disabled, and she was always bullied for it. And so she kind of had a unique perspective growing up because she, a white female, still found herself in one of the groups that was ostracized, and people bullied her, and then so she was friends with people. She had black friends, she had gay friends, she was friends with anybody. She was the epitome of peace, love, friendship, right?
Yeah.
And right now she came in yesterday, and she noticed everybody's, I feel like there's, yes, we can look at the fist pumping and everything is yeah, he's so badass. That's so cool that he's standing there. Wow, that's really cool. But at the same time, the way that he always does it, he fully extends his arm and he holds it out at a rough 45. And literally, she came into the room and she had to whisper because my stepdad is not a safe person to talk like this around because he doesn't feel the same way that we do. And she was just terrified because she's like, do you realize like what this looks like? And like people who, and like my family's all Polish and everything. Like,
yeah, but I think I get where you're going with the whole 45 on the hand thing. But I think he did it on a Rocky Balboa kind of style.
I mean, but when you consider, like, if you're in that position and you know what it could look like and you have that kind of power and that kind of media attention, like, would you want to risk being associated with
Well, me, I would
the
have
former?
ran. I would have ran. I'd have been scrambling, jumping over shit. I'd been under the bulletproof vehicle.
Yeah, Dolly, me too, buddy. But you know what?
saying?
He
That's
wasn't. So what we're talking about right now is Trump and what he did. So he did the fist pump. We're trying to understand what the heck was going through his mind because, like, he's just thinking to do that. I think he just wanted to show power, and I think that if I were the president, I wouldn't want to do a movement like that that could be associated with Voldemort himself. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name on YouTube, and I don't want to get you in trouble or anything because I love
understand.
you.
I understand where you're going with it for sure. I
Like
think
it's very
everybody else
reckless.
does
It's
too.
careless. Like my second grade teacher did that same thing in a picture with us, Dolly. He did the same thing. He just had the closed fist and he was dressed up like a Nazi. He got fired. And like, there's little things that sometimes people will do that, you know, I'm not saying that's what Trump believes, but it's like, you gotta be careful about that kind of thing. You can't just go doing that. And this is my opinion, but you can't convince me that he's not aware of what that looks like.
I think in a
I can see
situation
it's
though,
me thinking of Rocky,
where
but you know what? I think he knows.
I mean, I think he was
uh,
thinking somebody just tried to kill me and they didn't. They failed, and he got up like a
No, but Dolly, it's not the one and only time he's done that specific movement. That's his thing. That's what he does. That's been his thing.
Okay, well maybe there's something to it. I haven't really nothing stood out to me.
That's where it's the trend that gets you. If it was a one-off, that'd be, you know, I'd be like, yeah, he's just, you know, he's fist pumping.
Yeah,
I
but
love the
fist bumping ain't like.
But it's the fact that he's been doing it. It's a thing for him. He started doing it, and like that. So in that moment, it was like, oh, he chose
I think
to
the
do that
fist
again.
is a sign of unity, that we're together.
I mean,
to me.
it was. I mean, the oh my gosh, why am I blanking on it? The Nazi symbol is actually derived from Hinduism. It's supposed to mean, it means peace and all these other things. So like,
You thinking more Nazism?
I don't think we could.
I'm thinking more.
I don't think we.
I'm thinking more Braveheart.
No, I'm just saying the symbol, Dolly. Just the symbol, like something that is supposed to mean love and peace can be turned into something that is just, you know, full of hate. And like, as a true hippie free spirit over here, I'm like, so we can't look at it like that. You can't say, well, that's what that means. Yeah. And the other part of it's the outstretched arm, and that could mean this too.
There's ways,
you know,
there's ways to change. If you don't follow somebody's political beliefs, you get out there and you try to change things. You don't go try to hurt people, for sure.
I agree.
You know,
that's what I'm like.
I mean, I guess people
just like,
you know, people got to understand perception. Like when I see him throwing his fist up, I'm thinking he's talking about we're united. We're going to fight against this. And you,
right. Well, that's why
you
I wanted
think
to
he
put
don't
my voice
more
in
Nazi
here.
is with it, you know. So it's perception, what you perceive
That's
compared to
what's
what I
scary,
perceive.
right? I want it, but I feel like it's important that all of our perceptions are voiced and heard, because if you only have one perspective that's being put forth, that is biased, and we got to have this conversation. And
That-
I'm glad
that's what
that you
this-
have like a safe place where we can do that. And
Yeah,
like,
not a
I was
problem.
nervous to call in, but the mods were all like, "No, do it, do it. It's
I'm
safe,
not an
it's
echo
good."
chamber because I believe something. You don't mean other people got to believe it. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions, to believe in whatever
Right.
religion,
And perspective is
president,
everything.
whatever you
and
want.
like, I recognize that I'm a little hippie over here, so like, I have all my biases.
I mean, yeah, you know, it's
know?
how you perceive things is what it is.
I'm
you
a
know?
human.
You know, we're all going to
You
see
know?
things a little bit differently. We know that.
Exactly.
But look, hey, I
But
appreciate you
just
calling
wanted to
in.
I wanted to share my voice as a different perspective.
All right, you be good. You stay safe.
All right. We love you, Dolly. Be
All right,
safe.
be good. So yeah, I think that's a matter of like I see you see the, you know, I ain't even doing it because haters will clip that and put it on the internet and say I'm a Nazi or something. I don't know. People are crazy. Dolly. Hello.
Hello, Dolly.
Hey, what's up, short legs?
Hi. Two things I thought were kind of silly was how short the female Secret Service girls were.
Yeah, they were short.
You know, Trump just towered over them.
Yeah, they were little,
And,
kind of small.
you know, they're supposed to block him and block his head, and they were, you know.
Did you see the
not
video of
tall
the
enough.
Secret Service lady pull out her gun and she was trying to get it back in the holster and she couldn't?
And I was just going to say that.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that video. I was
Gun
like,
back in the. She couldn't get her gun back in the holster.
she didn't have no problem pulling it out, but she couldn't put it back in to save her life. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't.
She's looking and searching for it.
Yeah, I was like, and then she just held it. She was like, okay, I fell.
It's on the other side. No, it's on this side. You know, it was so weird. It was funny.
Why don't they carry ballistic shields and things like that? I don't understand that. They ran out there naked. They sell stuff to protect yourself. Cops have them. They wear them on their arms and their metal, and they run it with. They hold their gun to it. Why didn't they have stuff like that? They ran out there just all with nothing on to really protect them. They were literally trying to cover Donald Trump with his hands. A bullet would go right through your hand into the former president. Your hand ain't going to stop a bullet.
No, it would go right through the hand. Yeah.
You know, so they should have had something on.
They do have armor under their clothes.
I know. I heard Trump had his vest on, but that don't stop a headshot.
But it doesn't protect the head or the hands. Yeah.
Why didn't they run out there and throw a ballistic helmet on him to protect his head before they got him up? You know,
I know. I think they just need more.
They invent that. That might be my $1 million plan. Dolly, bulletproof, damn everything.
I think they just need more bulletproof glass, like completely, like, you know, probably 4 feet above his head on both sides. You know, or maybe even a square around him. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think many.
Protect his head.
I know this. Most of them long rifles, a bulletproof vest won't stop them. So with like the gun he had, the caliber gun he had, that would have went right through his vest. Trump's lucky to be alive today. He should be, when he eats his food, he should taste every bit of it. You know, he should enjoy every breath he takes because he
turned his head at the right time.
He turned right at the right time. Luck, you know.
I know.
I believe in fate. It wasn't his time to go.
People started yelling that there was somebody on the roof, and I think that he turned, and it was like just in time.
Yeah, he turned. He was facing the other way. Before that, he would have been hit, and he turned for some reason, you know, because he was talking about the teleprompter. Can we go off teleprompter and stuff? And he ended up turning, and when he did, I think that may have been what saved his life. And maybe the shooter, he was a little bit rushed because of the police on the roof. So that police might have actually saved Trump's life too. You know, he would have had a little more time. He might have got his aim locked in and was able to hit Trump. But maybe that police that did intervene, even though he didn't stop him, may have caused his shot to be a little bit off. So
Well, he got down very quickly. He knew right away.
yeah, I mean, after I think the second shot, he ducked. I think the first one hit him in the ear.
Even if it was some weird conspiracy, they thought he was down. You know, they weren't paying attention.
Yeah, well,
The
I thought he was
Secret
hurt. I
Service.
thought he was hurt a lot worse than he was, because when he went down, I thought it was just a delay of him dropping, because I thought he got hit.
Right.
I thought he got hit. I was like, oh man, they done shot Trump. You know, I didn't. You know, I'm just glad he's okay. You know, I don't want to see anybody lose their life. If I agree with you, disagree with you, whatever, I don't want to see anybody
I know, it was
hurt out here.
absolutely horrible.
I wouldn't want to
Thank
see
God.
nobody hurt Joe Biden. I wouldn't want to see nobody hurt Donald
He-
Trump or their
He
vice
has
presidents
a
or
good
any of that.
guardian angel watching over him.
I can't think of anybody I would want to see hurt on this planet, you know, for nothing. I mean, people that, you know, do horrible crime,
Yeah,
I could see them being hurt. But anybody
now,
else?
you know, I think they have to worry about retaliation now on President Biden, and that scares me too.
Nobody would hurt Joe Biden.
You know, that he...
I don't think nobody would want to hurt him. He's a nice old man. He don't even know where he's at most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, why hurt that dude? You know, he ain't. These dudes are 70 some years old. They're not going to be here much longer anyway. Why hurt them? You know?
He's been through so much, you know. His son passed away of cancer, and he's had a lot of tragedy.
I don't think nobody will hurt him. Nobody really ever tried to hurt Obama. You know, nobody. I think people think that's going to happen, but yeah, I guess it could happen. We just seen this guy, but
Well, because we have so much weird hate, and the news media lies to everyone.
they lie about so much stuff too.
I always keep saying we need the fairness doctrine back, and the news media don't want to hear that.
Well, the news
In
media.
the 1990s, I think it was 1990s, they got rid of the fairness doctrine, which was something that said if they said something like negative, they had to say something positive about a president or anyone running for office.
Uh-huh.
But now we have channels that just, you know, specifically
Dog whoever they
it's
want
like
to
a
dog.
constant bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
towards
there
people, you know.
Yeah, there ain't nobody
So,
in the
like,
middle. They're either
our
far left or
generation
far
didn't
right.
grow up with that.
That's why I don't get into politics. It's too crazy. But short legs, we're out of time. I appreciate you calling in.
Oh, okay.
All right, peace.
Peace out. Bye-bye.
Because yeah, when you're in when you into politics, there's more rabbit holes than true crime. Okay. Triple D in the room. What's up, Triple D? I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you're feeling better. So, you know, the young man took his shot. I don't know what reason it is, but it's a miracle he missed. But, you know, like I said, we can't forget. You know, we can say he missed Trump, but he hit somebody just as important as Trump, the man that was in the stands. Every life is the same. I don't care if you're President Trump or if you're Dolly. My life is just as important as this man's life. And the man that was in those stands that lost his life is just as important as my life and Donald Trump's life. He had a family, he had loved ones, people that cared about him. And this man's lost his life behind this monster on a rooftop. 2 people still struggling for their lives in the hospital at the hands of Thomas Matthew Crooks. And to me, the young man was a piece of shit. How he became a piece of crap, I don't know. But at some point he did. He thought hurting somebody was the answer. To me, that's never the answer. All right. I got time for a couple more calls, and then I'm going to get out of here, guys. But I'm going to be back in a little while. You know, I'm just going to grab some lunch, something to drink, and I'm going to come back up here. But the next time I come back, I'm talking true crime. It ain't going to be no political. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, this is Robin Dudley from Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. This Trump thing, I just think it was, something's not right about it.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it's just, And I don't know if you've heard it, and other people might throw off on me or whatever, but you can go watch it. It's just like Ryan Upchurch says. They should have had somebody on that water tower.
You know what? I haven't seen the Upchurch video yet. I've seen him that he had made a video about it, and I'm probably going to watch it after this because I always watch Upchurch. Some of his stuff is crazy. Some of it's pretty good.
He's got pictures of the whole arena wherever Trump was. He says nobody has said nothing about the water tower, and he showed the water tower is in his pictures. But he's right. If Secret Service had people, they got 360 degree all the way around. And I mean, you know, watching people and everything. Just you need to go watch it. It's kind of weird. Just like he said, they should have never stood him back up on that stage. They don't know if there's just one shooter, if there was going to be more. They should have kept him down and pulled him off the stage.
Yeah, like they knew one person was down, but you don't know everybody's down. You didn't know if he was in a group or what. I thought it was weird that Trump stood up with his head exposed. Even when he was fist bumping, I was thinking, man, you're a target. Hope there ain't nobody else going to shoot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, and that one, I mean, I guess he's doing the best he could, stuck his hand up in front, but hell, a bullet's going to go through that hand. They should have never let that man get up.
Yeah, I thought, man, I'm going to be honest, I was a little disappointed in the Secret Service myself. I thought after when he was hit, they didn't even rush to him. You know what I'm saying? He had to get himself to the ground. They should have been on top of him and everything. With the first pop, they should have been on the stage.
Exactly.
I was a little disappointed in their delayed reaction.
Yeah,
you know?
You just got to wonder if it was a true delay reaction or intentional.
I don't think it was intentional. I truly don't. I think it was just a little bit delayed. Because once they went into full force, they still jumped out, you know, in front of them. They would have took a bullet for them.
Right. Well, I agree with that, but I'm just saying, like, there was people telling them there was somebody on top of that roof.
I know. It's a lot of system failures. That's why I'm a little disappointed in the Secret Service. I mean, they did a good job. They kept Trump alive, but you know, there's other people dead. They're supposed to keep everybody alive. That man in the stands, he should be alive today.
Yeah.
You know, so it ain't just keep Trump safe. It's keep everybody out there safe.
And I don't think I kind of think that guy was not alone. I just don't see him.
Well, videos, it looked like he was alone. He was slithering up the roof.
I'm saying, I think I don't know. I just don't. I don't think he would come up with it on his own. You know, there's a group or something.
Maybe. I mean, and that's what they're investigating now, the Secret Service, to make sure he's not tied in with any of these radical groups or anything else, where see if there's still a threat to the president or not, or former president. So.
Well, I don't want to keep you. I want to tell you to go watch that. He makes perfect sense. I know a lot of people don't like Upchurch. I do.
Yeah, I like Upchurch.
Stuff he says
Upchurch is a nice dude. I didn't even fly. I'd never been on. Well, I'd been on a plane when I was a little kid, but I was scared to fly. Upchurch came in here. He gave me a ticket to a show and gave me the money to jump on a plane. And that was the first time I got on a plane as an adult. I was scared to death. But then after I did that, I've done flown all over the country now. So Upchurch really did me a favor. He made my bubble a lot bigger, and I've gotten to see a lot more shit that I would have never seen if it wasn't for Church coming in here and being like, "Hey man, get on that damn plane."
I think Church is good like that with a lot of things, with a lot of people. He wants people to open up and, you know, experience everything around them. You know,
I can honestly say I have experienced more. I done flew to Vegas, had a blast. I've been, you know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for Church, hey, I like the man. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah. Well, you have a good day, Dolly, and tell PJ I said hey.
I will. You be good. Stay safe.
You too.
Peace.
Hey.
Yeah, he really helped expand my bubble, you know, and because I was thinking that's just so nice of him, but I was scared to death to get on that plane the first time. These days, I'm still scared to get on a plane, but I'll get on it. You know, if I'm like, okay, I want to do this, I'll suck it up and do it now. You know, and I can tell you this though, that first flight, It was smooth all the way to Nashville, right? I went and seen church, had a blast. The flight back is the scariest flight I've ever had to this day. Like, and I've been flown a bunch of places now, but I think I was flying from Nashville, from North Carolina to Virginia. And when we get on the runway, Dolly share story time. They're saying, hey, we got some problems with the plane. We're going to pull off. They're going to fix it. It'll be about 15 minutes. At first, that's not what you want to hear when you're on a plane, is the plane is having problems, okay? Especially you don't fly. Like I didn't fly, and I made it there, and I'm thinking, okay, now I just got to make it home. And now I am scared to death. Okay, I'm on a plane that's having some technical issues, and they're like, we're going to fix it. So they say 15 minutes. It's more like an hour and a half we're on this plane. And I'm just getting more nervous and more nervous. Anxiety is kicking in like so bad. Like I'm almost trembling at this point, like a damn chihuahua, like my little dog, right? And the pilot comes back on and goes, okay, plane is good. We're getting ready to take off. So this plane I'm on is making like I guess I'm sitting right under the landing gear above it. It's making like this weird clicking noise. And I didn't hear it on the plane there, right? But I'm hearing it on this plane. It's like this clicking noise, and it sounds like it's coming from somewhere under my seat. And it's just making me more and more paranoid, right? I'm thinking, okay, now that I'm thinking in my mind, the landing gear is not going to open up. Now, this is in the mind of somebody that has anxiety, okay? I'm just letting you know what process my mind was going through. My mind's telling me the landing gear is not going to open, and I'm about to die on this plane, right? I'm just getting more and more paranoid. And since it was an hour and a half late, it almost felt like we were flying faster. Like the plane was going faster than it felt like when I was flying there. I was like, this thing is hauling ass. I think they were trying to make up time, so they were hauling ass. So as we're coming into land, I can hear the landing gear coming down in the plane. I can still hear the clicking, click, 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 click. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to die, right? This plane, it is the roughest landing. It must have been going, I don't know how fast the plane was damn traveling when it landed, but when we hit the damn runway, it felt like I was in a car wreck. It was like, whoosh. I mean, it slammed me to the seat in front of us. The landing gear open, thank God, right? When I got off this plane, you would have thought I was in some event that was crazy, right? I was shaking. I was literally like this. I was almost traumatized from it. But then look, every other flight I've been on has been smooth as a whistle, nothing. But that one from Carolina to Virginia, I don't know. That was a different beast. The plane was making weird noises. The landing felt like a car wreck. So, crazy. All right, I got time for one more call. Phone lines are open, and then I'm going to get out of here for a little bit. You guys have been cool today. Good to see you, Triple D. Dolly.
What's going on?
What's up? Who's this? Where are you calling
What's
from?
going on?
What's going on?
Hey, this is Heartfelt calling from Tennessee.
Hey, Heartfelt.
Oh, not much. I haven't got to talk to you in a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, good to hear from you then. What's you up to?
I know you're. I tried to call the other night and couldn't get through.
Uh-huh.
I know that this is a president thing, but it came over my phone that you was on, and I didn't even realize it was a president thing till I started trying to call.
Oh, okay.
But I was gonna let you. I had watched a show yesterday, and it wasn't live. I think it was from the day before, but it was on the little boy down here missing and Summer and all of them.
Uh-huh.
These kids. There's more kids missing in the state of Tennessee in the year of 2020, 2021,
Uh-huh.
2022 than any other state in the United States.
Is that a true fact?
That's a statistic. They've ran statistics.
Well, I mean, it is a hub. It borders 7 states, and a lot of people do go missing there. I mean, I cover a lot of damn cases in Tennessee. That's why so many people in my viewership is from Tennessee, because I spend so much damn time in Tennessee. It's like my second home now. I had never been there before. All these missing ass kids.
Hey, it's unreal. I mean, it is. It's awful. But I was going to tell you, I was talking about nobody had heard anything from Don and Candace. Well, Candace isn't saying anything, standing or sitting beside him. But they've interviewed them in June. They've got like 5 different on Channel 5 News interviews with them. Milton, he's over the TBI.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I can't remember his first name. His last name was Milton.
Okay.
But he's over the guy that's over the case.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be back talking true crime in just a little bit. If you want, you can call back. I'll be live and probably. I know I'm gonna take an hour or so, take a little break, and I'll be back live in a little while.
Okay.
All right.
Give me a ding.
All right, you be good.
All right, you too,
All right, peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I was trying to stay on topic a little bit. Just a little bit. It's about President Trump and this young man, doing something horrible. Listen, guys, here's the thing. Just because you got different beliefs than somebody, don't mean you got to fight with somebody. Anything like that. The grown-up way to do a thing is discuss things. If we disagree, that gives us something we have to discuss. But hating another person because you believe something different, listen, there's damn 7 billion people on the planet. Everybody don't believe the same thing you believe. Me, nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's just, they don't. So we got to come to, try to come to some compromise to live in a peaceful harmony on this planet together. Sometimes, like people have said tonight, sometimes you got to just agree to disagree. No need to fight about it. I ain't got to hate you and you ain't got to hate me. What we do is we use the system like it's supposed to be used. We cast our votes. We go there and we make changes in our communities. And those changes are change what runs our country. I say start at home first. Try to change the things there that you can, but do it the right way. Hurting people and violence ain't never solved anything. It creates more violence and more chaos. And let me tell you, we live in a violent chaos world already. We don't need any more of that. We don't need people standing in the streets. We don't need people shooting each other at protests. We don't need all these crazy protests breaking and tearing shit up. If you don't like the way things are going, change it and change it the right way. Because as soon as there's violence, I understand the power of protesting. I don't never want to take that from people because you should have that right to protest things. But what you don't need to do is you don't have the right to be as violent. All right. As soon as you start breaking stuff, looting stuff, that puts a big stain on whatever mission you was trying to accomplish. And I don't want to see cities and towns burn over who runs the country. How much has changed since, the last president or the president before them or the president before them? Nothing really changes. We're still paying way too much in taxes. Food is expensive as shit. Everything is always the same. It don't change. If it changes very, very little. It ain't huge changes in our world ever. So why be all mad? Why hate each other? Why fight? And that's why I don't talk politics. But listen, Dolly loves you. The question today is, what do y'all think about this young man? This for my replay crew and all you guys after this video. Doing what he did to Trump. Do you think that young minds are being brainwashed? That's my question. Because he seemed really angry for a young man. If you haven't, like this video. Also, sub up. I'll be back around 3 o'clock, 3:15. And we will be talking true crime. We're going to be talking about Maddie Soto, a little bit about Sebastian Rogers. Definitely going over some stuff on Stephen Stearns. So be here, hang out with me. I will see you guys then. Until then, y'all be safe. Dolly loves you. No matter if you're on the left or the right, I love you the same. Peace.